close, let us carry this thought into the weekend. That life will always contain things beyond our control. But what we must do is never surrender the one thing that remains profoundly ours: the person we choose to become. And that is our message of motivation for this morning. It will set us up beautifully into the weather. Kind courtesy, the Ghana Meteorological Agency, who amongst many things say that the morning will be filled with mist and fog patches prevailing over part of the coast, forests and mountainous areas amidst mostly cloudy conditions. Pockets of slight rain or drizzle are likely to affect some portions of the coast during the morning hours, and it will be relatively cool, right, during the night and early hours tomorrow as well, where temperatures are expected to drop a bit more across the country. In southern and coastal Ghana, mist is expected in Aflao, Ho, Kasua, Winneba, Cape Coast, Takrady, Axim, Koforidia, Akemodan, Kweutafo, Kumasi, Obuasi, Takwa, and Sefribekwai. And slight rain is expected in Angloga and Accra. Forest and transition, it will be mostly cloudy in Ketakrachi, Atebubu, and Kintampo. And mist is expected in Ijura, Guasu, Sunyai, Techiman, and Sampa. It will be mostly cloudy in Yendi and partly cloudy in Tamale, Bole, Damongo, Bolgatanga, Nalerigu, Wa, and Jirapa. For our fisher folks, the state of the sea is expected to be rough, and so they be on standby in relation to that. And so with that out of the way, let me officially welcome you again to the 3FM Sunrise. I am Mawuena Egbeta. The rest of my colleagues, Helena Piampofu, Frederick Kunzo Tiani, Johnnie Hughes, DJ Phil, and Lord Amwabeng, complimenting the team for us on a Friday. Let's get into some great music right now. Kind Ketsi, DJ Phil.
3FM Sunrise.
And discovery. Hundreds of riders expected. One national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis. Group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis. Group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm. Discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwel to Kumasi. Hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected. One national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis. Group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis. Group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm. Discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10, 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5, 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. from Accra through Kwel to Kumasi. Hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected. One national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis. Group of 10 1600 Ghana cedis. Group of 5 800 Ghana cedis.
A number of the papers here with us this morning. Let me start off with a news center this morning, where it says crowds rally against state tyranny abuse. Petition condemns selective justice, intimidation, political persecution, attack on free speech, etc. This is from the NPP's Democracy and Attack demonstration yesterday. MTN doubles Heroes of Change prize money to 1.8 million cedis. Story on page 6. Ghana's gold economy tests strength of financial system. IMF is saying this. No more forgotten lessons from tragedy. The president speaking yesterday, and we'll hear from the president as well yesterday. 93% of youth fear armed groups may enter Ghana. It's a story on page 3 of the News Center newspaper. It's a study by a foundation making these revelations. On the back page, BOG governor proposes business rescue fund, tailored pensions vital for informal sector and diaspora, according to Fidelity Bank. Access Bank signs equipment financing deal with Mantra. The Punch Africa, fare thee well, fallen heroes. There's a picture of the 8th. Samit Jemfi dismisses Kofi Bentil's 200 million theft claims. Ato forcing to floor Bawumia by 22%. Global Info poll. NPP's defense of Wuntumi exposes criminal culture. Tony Edu. They also have a bust of Dr. Ofusu Ampofo's father to be laid to rest this weekend. Now, the Free Press tagline, the martyr of Ghana's press freedom since 1979, say that eco currency to be launched in July 2027. West African currency. 215 million deal through UK-Ghana Growth Partnership. Daily Post, President Mahama urges Ghanaians to honor departed public servants through integrity and national service. Sisi Kwenu earns doctorate degree in business administration. GMTF, that's the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, partners MDS Lancet Quest Medical Imaging to expand quality diagnostic health care. Let me do the Inquisitor, and then I'll have Helen join in with the paper she has as well. 22 billion cedis lost. Gold board crushing Ghana's economy. IMF sounds alarm. Apenyo Markin gives 100 laptops to Efutu teachers. Stop diluting constitutional reforms, government told. Professor Bafo Ajimendia. It's on the front page. BC results. Crisis deepens as NAPS hunt evidence nationwide. Bawumia speaks for Ghanaians, says democracy must free citizens from fear. Mahama's ruthless pledge against Galamsey fails as Ghana remembers chopper crash victims. In this issue, ISA flags weak economy, identifies 5 fault lines as causative factors. Those are the details of the front pages as I have it. And big good mornings to Helen, who's very well made up this morning.
Yes, good morning. The left lash is refusing to cooperate, but I think we'll be able to get through the morning.
What's the occasion? I love the skin when it comes, but today you're very well made up.
Yes, the skin is, as you know, shea butter.
Yeah.
We're talking about that yesterday. Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We all need to use some pure shea butter. None of this perfumed kind of mininis on the market. Just pure.
Undiluted.
Undiluted. The pure stuff that our mothers and sisters and cousins work so hard to procure up north. DJ Phil, do you use shea butter? Okay, I can tell. Skin it can say daho and I daso. Whatever the case may be. Good morning. It's a glorious Friday morning. I'm made up because, I'm coming to work and I want to give you guys a little treat, something beautiful to look at. And for those of you that are watching us online as well, both on Facebook and YouTube, good morning.
Circle.
No, I'm not shooting.
You're not shooting ladies.
No.
Today.
I just woke up today and
came in and you decided to look bright.
I just decided to go and find my makeup bag and put something beautiful together.
Very good looking, I must say. I've enjoyed looking at you. I mean,
whoa.
No, I mean, coming here every day. Let's not. I'm trying to put it in context. You always come in, not to say that it's any different, but I raised my head and I saw, okay.
You know what? It's interesting because sometimes I hear a lot of men saying that they prefer ladies with the natural.
I fall in that category.
You like the more natural look.
Yeah, I fall in that category.
But ladies,
because that's what you wake up to every morning, anyways.
That's true. So, that's very, very true.
You don't wake up to
what they call
full-blown
makeup.
You wake up to...
And that's why some gentlemen will say, on the first day, take her to a swimming date. These days, the makeup is waterproof. Let me tell you, the mascara is waterproof. The foundation... In fact, these days, you can even tattoo. You can tattoo the lipstick, the eyebrows, even eyeliner. You can tattoo it on. There's permanent makeup.
Permanent makeup.
So you tattoo the eyebrow. You can tattoo on the eyeliner. Even I think the foundation, they have some kind of airbrush mechanism that they use so that fully it looks like you are wearing makeup. So
technology is advancing in those areas.
The pool dates, it's not going to solve your problem. That's all for the look of you.
You have a number of papers before I take us online as well. Let's go through that.
All right, let's do that. Let's get into the Inquisitor newspaper this morning. A year after tragic helicopter crash, victims remembered, and we have the 8 men who were aboard the Z9, August 6, 2025, that crashed pictured you. Of course, yesterday we had a comprehensive coverage of that. Stop Press, his last role before he left government.
He was energy minister until he became the running mate.
Okay.
He left the position as energy minister, but he was still a member of parliament until that 8th term of parliament died a natural death.
Are we going to see the coming back of NAPO for a 2028 bid?
Last year, was it last year or was it this year? I can't quite recall. During an event in Parliament, either the budget reading or State of the Nation address, he was there, and then the Ashanti Caucus MPs were singing Napoana Yepe, Napoana Yepe. So, and they were done with their, so I think it was this year, right? They were done with their, because the NPP's primary was this year, and then the president did State of the Nation address. That was when the Ashanti Regional Caucus were singing Yepe Napoana Yepe. Yes. So it suggests there are conversations already as to who becomes running mate, and his name will come up strongly.
Okay, very interesting. I haven't heard him speak in a while, but he's going to be in the UK on Sunday speaking at a lecture. Finally, Ofusu father joins ancestors tomorrow. The Ghanaian point. They say they're accurate, they're firm, and reliable. What are they telling us this morning? Well, I see the president pictured here. He says, "We'll stand with you." Mahama commemorates August 6 crash victims. Vows lessons will not be forgotten. And that was a big takeaway from yesterday's commemoration. What have we really learned? And hopefully the demise of these 8 individuals will be that catalyst that we need, or we would have hoped it would have been. What strides are being made to stop Galamsey? Well, you and I will live to see. WAEC rejects claims of marking down private school candidates in BEC results. And this conversation about BEC results, the NAT president, what's his name? It's
the general secretary.
The general secretary is
Thomas Musa Tanko.
Yeah, Thomas. Was he the one that said the children have stopped eating? Yesterday, I think on the news, he said some of the children are so disappointed they've stopped eating. And when children refuse to eat, it's a different matter.
It's a serious matter.
All right.
It's a serious matter.
We'll get into it. They said the children don't want to eat. They are heartbroken.
The private schools are alleging that, look, there's some discrimination against them in terms of how the results have come out. Here's one thing that I know from insider conversations. These days, right, because of placement, there's an interesting phenomenon happening within the basic schools.
I see.
You do private school all the way up. When it's time to write, you're taken from the private school and you register as a public student.
Oh.
And then you write. When you do well, so it suggests that public schools, if you do well in the Abayin schools or the public schools, chances of you getting your first choice and all of that is higher. And so that is something. So I look at what I heard in that regard and this latest claim by the private schools, and I'm asking myself,
is that what is going on? I see. So that's the way you game the system.
Because they've been going forcefully. And yesterday, WAEC was speaking and said that the public should ignore any such claims that there's a discrimination against private schools and all of that. But I have this info like in the background. And
wait, it actually happened. So you want your kid to actually get their preferred school, you go and register them under a public school so that they write. When they do well, the chances are better.
Because they've received all of the education and the training at the private school. When it's just time for the exams. They write it under a public school and then
interesting.
They make progress.
Stop Galamsey to truly honor helicopter crash victim. Samuel Uku tells government. This is off the back of the Democracy Under Attack demonstration organized by the New Patriotic Party yesterday. Finish their work. Samuel Abuaji's widow urges action against Galamsey to honor the departed. I was listening to her yesterday. This is the widow of one of the individuals who lost his life last year with that helicopter crash. And she says the waters are still polluted. The forests are still being ravaged. What really are we doing to honor these men who are going on this very important national assignment to stop this canker? We are still ingesting Galamsey.
Infested in whatever.
Anyway, moving on. Democracy Under Attack protesters petition Supreme Court presidency over alleged selective justice. Again, that was yesterday. And presidential staffer Nanaya Janswa received that petition. Afenyo Markin says, with all due respect,
your favorite word, Basbos.
Basbos. It's not what he said, you are not who I expected to see. She also returned in kind. She says, thank you for telling me I'm a nobody. Anyway, let's move on to the Daily Gist.
We'll hear that soundbite.
Absolutely. Lawyers boycott CJ legal vacation trials. Full story captured on page 8. CRC chair unhappy with government approach. I'll join NDC presidential race. Asiedun Ketia drops hint on 2028 ambition. NPP soaks Accra with Democracy Under Attack demonstration. Slams Mahama over third term agenda. That's also something that I heard Minority Leader Fenyo Marking hinting at during that interaction with Nanaya Jantwa. He says that third term that he said you guys are pushing La Ila. He says Enfa.
No, you see, on that score alone, I don't know why we continue to have the conversation to start off with. The man at the center of it all, the man, if there is a third term he will contest, has said, I'm not interested in a third term. Unless they are saying they are picking suggestions elsewhere that all the president says in public is a charade.
And
but
then
he's
behind
not,
closed doors, maybe there's something else.
Yeah,
but I don't know about that.
He said it twice, he said it thrice, that he's not interested in a third term. The chairman of the NDC has said, look, any amendments to anything in relation to term limits will put the country towards the path of other democracies within the West African sub-region, which are suffering military dictatorship and coups and all of that. So at the hierarchy, and these are two very important individuals, at least within the architecture of the NDC. The president who won the election on the ticket of the NDC saying 3 times that I am not interested in a third term, so I'm not interested in the conversation. I am hoping to finish my term and leave a legacy. If you were to take away the president in terms of the hierarchy, the national chairman of the NDC comes. And he, in recent interview, has suggested that we cannot tamper with term limits because that could open a Pandora's box as to what happens to all of us. So let's not countenance it. In fact, the third person, the general secretary, described anybody who is making a push like that as sycophants and use very harsh words on them, suggesting a third term. So if these 3 people have all come forward, and that's what I say, unless they have seen something, otherwise
you don't have to talk too much. I mean, perhaps this is a politically engineered conversation to maybe cause disaffection for the president. Perhaps I'm just doing my own analysis because it's being pushed from the other side of the divide that this third term agenda, maybe the NPP is hoping that if they repeat it many a time, it will finally stick. And then people might say, well, actually, the president is seeking a third term. But it's not even up to the president. The people, I think, are loud and clear. You will vote. It's not up to Party A or Party B.
Yeah, there was a poll by Global Info Analytics as well, which had a majority of respondents say they don't support any third term bid. So, I mean, politics, whether or not politics, we will see.
Absolutely.
Right? We will see.
NPP tears into president's fuel price politics. And you've got Codjoe Nkrumah pictured here on the front page. Is he a ranking member on one of the committees?
He's ranking on the economic committee.
Aha, okay.
Codjoe Nkrumah.
So, you know, he's been speaking on what he calls fuel price politics, whether or not the government's bid to absorb some of the fuel pricing is simply, you know, for the optics, or if there's real substance to that. And really what you and I should be interrogating is the long term, what happens in the long term, and whether these sort of measures really go a long way to cushion the average Ghanaian. We welcome any price cuts, but we know a lot goes into the price buildup of fuel, levies, taxes, the state of the city at any given time, of course, world prices. But again, the last time we had that conversation and we showed you the graph around, was it April, May, when the crude oil prices on the world market were hovering around $114, the price is almost reflecting what it is now at $80. What is the difference? The city is not performing as well as it was in April. It's a conversation to be had. I see the city, you know, starting to wobble a little bit, the legs of the city shaking a little bit. I'm sure it's a conversation that will crop up in due course.
You're done with the papers?
That's right.
The Daily Guide is here. Big banner story. Democracy under attack demo. NPP storms Jubilee House, presents petition under protest. Mahama urges recognition of public servants. NDC sets December 19 for national executive elections.
December when?
December 19.
Why the hey?
I have a suspicion it might clash with something I might be engaged in around that time. So it's a personal hey for me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's a personal hey, right? Lawyers protest selective court vacation sitting. That story as well has made its way to a number of front pages. 1 year after helicopter tragedy, nation remembers fallen heroes. As a picture of the president with the background of the 8th. That's the big banner story on the Ghanaian Times newspaper this morning. Inflation drops further to 4.6% in July. It's down from the 5.3% which was recorded in June. All right. 2 Nigerians sentenced to 20 years for human trafficking and flood prevention measures. GARC, Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council, enforces 50-meter waterway buffer rule. On the back page of the Ghanaian Times, that story about the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council is there, and Ayawaso East Municipal Assembly supports 51 persons with disability. I'm going to take us online right now, and then we begin to get a bit more in terms of details. The missing gold board cash, exclusive details. That's on 3news.com. Go on to 3news.com and read for yourself details from there. Inflation for housing, water, and electricity and gas rose 8.3% in July, despite the nosedive in inflation. Also, photos. President Mahama unveiled cenotaph for Maneboama 1 year after helicopter crash. Lower inflation is not lower prices. The relief is in the pace, not yet in the price tag. Government statistician. Forestry Commission officials arrest 12 illegal miners for operating in Bosomtwe Range Forest Reserve. That's on 3news.com. MyJoyOnline.com. Ghana has over 5 weeks of fuel in reserve. NPA moves to calm fears over Middle East tensions. Omaneboama stood by me through defining moment of my political journey. President Mahama. Politicians are not above the law. Stop politicizing prosecutions. Professor Ajimendia. Mahama describes late Dr. Omaneboama as one of a rare kind at cenotaph unveiling. Ghana's politics is on a slippery path over criminal prosecutions. Professor Bafo Ajimendia. City Newsroom, nobody will read it. Bande dismisses NPP's demo petition. Oh, nobody will read it, saying. He says nobody will read it.
Oh, I heard Nanaya Chancellor saying it is going straight to the president. I'm sure he'll read it.
Charlie.
I'm sure he'll read it.
Charlie.
I think he'll read
Bande is trying to pour sun in the agare. Top stories also on City Newsroom. Freight forwarders seek extension of mandatory ICOMS registration deadline. Kolebu struggling to cope with the rising emergency case. A&E head, as well as who is he to disrespect me? Nanaya Jantua to petition Bagbin over Apenyo Markin's comments. Akando. Faith-based groups can help deliver Agenda 111 hospitals, and woman jailed 3 years for abducting baby at Pando Market. Ghana Web, that is what a responsible president should do. Abena Sayasa throws challenge to Mahama. Nanaya Jantua responds to Apenyo Markin after addressing him as a nobody, addressing her as a nobody. Did democracy matter when you were in power? Manasseh Azure tears into NPP-backed protests. Really? If you are above an assembly man, I am not. Kokofu claps back at Okatechi Ifrifa, and if there is God, he will deal with it. Emotional Nanaya Jantua summons Apenyo Markin to God. So those are the details. Fred, let's start off with the protest, right? There were a number of things which came up from there. We have a bit of sounds, right? We don't do sights and scenes and sounds for persons who are online, but a bit more in terms of sounds for persons who were with us here on radio. And here's what they've been saying, at least from that petition which was presented yesterday by the minority leader Alexander Apenyo Markin.
As is expected, the chief of staff or the deputy or a very senior member of government under the circumstances should have been part of this discourse and to lead it. We feel that with great respect to you and without prejudice to your presence, to nominate only you to come amount to disrespecting us as a political party. The history of this country tells us one thing, that no political party stays in power forever. You promised creating jobs, 1 job, 3 shifts, 24-hour economy. You promised that electricity tariffs would be lower. You promised that cocoa prices would go up. Today, we're seeing the opposite of it. Instead, you are bullying, intimidating your political opponent. Why should Wontumi be in prison? What has he done? But you see, there's an election ahead of us, 2028. Unfortunately, Mr. President is not going to stand election again. This third-term agenda you guys are pursuing, has failed. It will not going to happen. So you're going to have your own difficulty. Looking at how you have failed the people of Ghana. And you are definitely going to be in opposition. Would you be happy if such a thing happened to some of your members? So these are things I want you to think about. The choice is yours as a government. If you think you are going to be in power forever because you have 189 in parliament, so be it. But we are saying democracy is under attack, and let's all take steps as players in the governance structure to correct it, to make Ghana a better place.
This is democracy at hand. If the MPP today had been able to come to the Flagstaff House to present their petition, then I'm saying that democracy is at its utmost. Everybody knows what today is. Today is a day of memorial for the 8th gallant ship fell. And I'm happy that honorable leader is saying that I am a nobody. But I want to assure you that I'm a senior member of government, and this petition will directly get to the president. And they should also remember that in this country there are laws. There are laws that is put together to help us regulate our lives and our being.
We are determined in our resolve, and we are united in our position as far as challenging today's status quo, the arbitrary arrest, putting democracy under stress and under siege. This was not what Akufo-Addo led for John Mahama. Today in Ghana, what the youth are asking for is a 24-hour economy, not a 24-hour arrest system, intimidation by police, and the architecture of the security forces. That is not what we want as a country. So we presented a petition to the judiciary, the arms of government. We leave one with parliament, and we bring in one to also the executive. We know that what is going to the executive will amount to nothing. But for the records, we want to state that today, being the 6th of August, the year of our Lord, together with many Ghanaians, hundreds and thousands of them, we march to the seat of government to register our displeasure to the ongoing intimidation and the arrest, which is a 24-hour system that they are conducting.
We just want to remind that no dictator emerges from nowhere and foists dictatorship on the people. It starts gradually. Sometimes the people at the helm of affairs are not even aware. Sometimes it's intentional. We want to believe that the president perhaps has not done serious introspection on what is going on. Because the arrests that are going on, the selectivity involved, even with prosecution, government comes and the first thing that he does within the first 4 months in administration is to file nolle prosequi, in respect of all people of high visibility.
One would say that those are matters of the law.
Those are matters of the law. Has anybody told you the grounds for the filing of the nolle prosequi? Has anybody told you that? So you see, as I was saying, they begin gradually. When you wake up from your slumber, then many things would have happened. Which is why we want to remind the executive, which is why we want to remind the judiciary, which is why we want to remind parliament, which is why we want to remind corporate Ghana that what is happening is not the best.
There is a reset rule of law, a reverse rule of law. That immediately they assume power, they enter nolle prosequi. That all the ministers of NDC who had been arraigned before the court by President Kufuor's attorney general should be set free. Now, if some people should be set free, you now turn around and we're arresting people. And we don't say you shouldn't arrest people, but there should be decency. Why should somebody who is coming into the country be arrested at the Kotoka International Airport? The man is already coming into the country. Why should he be arrested at the Kotoka International Airport? Then he gets to Yoko, and they tell you that go and bring the moon as a basis of your bail. As if we don't understand what bail is all about. But this situation is not promoting good governance. That is why we are all marching that if he wants to leave a good legacy, he should be seen as a father of the nation and not to program some people for prosecution. You come and look at the situation in which we are on legal vacation, and the CJ says that, oh, 2 courts should sit. Yes. And there were some special cases, as part heads, not as motions. All the rest of the courts are resting. Why these two ones? Is it a way to hurry them to imprisonment? Is it an ambulance trial? We want this nation to uphold, the president to uphold the rule of law, and we all be better off for it.
And there is that peculiar case involving Sedina Tamakula. Having read excerpt of the judgment, basically saying that the prosecution failed to prove all the claims against her beyond reasonable doubt. Now you have the AG say he's filing to stay the execution and also appeal the decision of the Court of Appeal. Don't you think that is a step in the right direction?
What step in the right direction? Did they really read the case in the court below? Even this lady was not there to put up any defense. How can you say that the case has not been proven beyond every reasonable doubt? And then when even you say you've brought the lady into the realm, she was sleeping under air conditions instead of going to jail. The product of the extradition, proceedings they did, is for the woman to come and rest in comfort. So we leave it to the AG to do what he's supposed to do. But I could tell you that it's a charade of justice, and it will come out.
So you don't think that there will be any better outcome from the Supreme Court's determination at the end of the day?
Let's leave it to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court should uphold the law. We trust them to do so.
Things properly, not just listen to what he's being told, but then he should see things for himself. Clearly, we kept talking about the gold board and the issues there. I mean, in some cases, they even come out to, say all kinds of unprintable words, use all kinds of unprintable words on the minority. But now it is clear. So when it comes from the IMF, yes, it is news they will listen to. But when it comes from we, the minority, who have also seen the same thing, they have a problem with it. All we are asking is that, look here, we have limited resources. Let us use the limited resources wisely, efficiently, for the benefit of the larger population. And not just, see, let me tell you, the small gold miners, they don't even sell gold and make losses. How much more an established nation, an established organization like the Gold Board, for Bank of Ghana to make a loss on your behalf to the tune of 1.7 billion. And we all sit and watch and say, let the minority go on a demonstration before we ask questions. Please, that is why we are all here. We are all part and parcel of this nation. We are all building a better Ghana for ourselves. And that is why we are asking, ask the right questions. We will also ask the right questions and demand the right answers. President must put his foot down and do what is right. He told us somewhere last year that if a state entity is not doing well, he will close that state entity down. He said it. The president mentioned this in one of his addresses. And so if things are going the way they are going, where one state enterprise, state entity causes a whole Bank of Ghana to make a loss to the tune of $1.7 billion. It's not billion cedis, $1 billion. Mr. President, walk the talk. Walk the talk. That is all we are asking of you. And clearly, you also look at the judicial system in this country now. It's like it is selective in a way. All we are asking is go by the rule book. Because we cannot have a nation where we don't go by the rules that we have set for ourselves. So we are asking the president, let them go by the rule book. People don't just wake up one day and give, bail conditions that are clearly not right. That are way over and above. even what the crimes they have committed. All we are asking is, Mr. President, let the people go by the rule book. It is true that the people of Ghana have given one party 2/3. It is something the Constitution never ever envisaged that it will happen. But yes, it has happened. And so we expect them to use this and use it properly to the benefit of the larger nation and not abuse this. Oh, that's all we are asking. Recently, you saw the Cocoa Board Amendment Bill. That now you are asking cocoa farmers that if they dare decide to change the use of their cocoa farms for something else, they ought to come to Cocoa Board and seek permission. Mia Masasi, Mia Meja Padie.
Facebook sights and sounds, right, from that protest from yesterday. Let us know what you think, even before I go to Helen, who is raving and eager to say a word or two. Let us know what you think. 053-220-0927. 053-220-0927. And quite the comments from yesterday as well, Helen, that Abna say, sorry, want to end it all. Really was trying to jab as much as she can. What you made of everything that transpired yesterday in terms of the protest? I know you've had concerns as to the fact that, I won't call it concerns, but how should I describe
maybe
it?
a minor gripe. Okay.
Right, so
maybe
a gripe as to the fact that now they can go to the Jubilee House when they were preventing others from going to the Jubilee House in the past.
But, I'm even ready to retire that conversation. It is what it is. We move on. We're in a new era. And as I also mentioned yesterday, the NPP is exercising that constitutional right to demonstrate, one that you and I also have, and it's good. Every thriving democracy has dissent as a core pillar, because we can't all agree. One person sees things from this lens, the other person sees it from an entirely different lens. And so they made their way to the Jubilee House and presented that petition. So, beyond the issue of the NPP's assertion that democracy is under attack, if you were listening to Honorable Abna Osasa, she also mentions, other things concerning the economy. I'm not sure what committee she sits on. She's part of the Public Accounts Committee.
Yes,
that's
she's
right.
a chair of the Public Accounts Committee.
That's right. So we've seen her in action.
She'll be a member of the Finance Committee as well, because she's a former finance minister.
That's right.
Will not be in leadership on that committee, but she's a member of the Finance Committee.
That committee. Fantastic. So she also had cause to talk about some of the economic happenings and what she said should be the president's focus at this time. So it was a myriad of issues. At the center of the demonstration was this assertion also that justice is being hurried for political opponents. So we know that there's the legal vacation happening, which ends in September, I believe. Mawuena, am I correct? September?
Yes, into early October.
However, if you also listen to Honorable Atachia, he says that there is some expedition of certain cases, and it shouldn't be so. It shouldn't just be the case that the Chief Justice is asking that this legal vacation be suspended for certain cases. It should cut across. What is the rush? Is there a rush to jail political opponents? But for the citizenry, I don't know if they would look at it exactly through that lens, because I think we get tired of hearing that the wheels of justice grind slowly. We spend so much time ruminating over this charge and that charge, and this person has stolen this, and hey, boy. And so if we're finally seeing some action, of course the citizenry will be excited about that. Where I do agree is that it shouldn't be seen to be selective. And maybe, I don't know if you can begrudge the New Patriotic Party that assertion, because the optics, appear that of all the cases, why is it that these are the particular cases that are being, seemingly expedited, if you catch my drift. So some of the issues that are raised, certainly I think we can ponder on. And one may say there's certainly a case to be answered by officialdom. Is it really selective justice? You and I can weigh in on that. But as far as I'm concerned, I would love to see a conclusion to these cases and not simply be reporting on it and they've gone to courts, they're out of courts, this has been filed, that has been filed. We have to see the wheels turning. This government came into power on the back of oral Operation Recover or Loot. And I think we're seeing some more energy in that regard. Should it be only energetic as far as political opponents are concerned? No. And that's what I think.
Right. I think in relation to the protest, right, there's been a number of persons who speak on matters in relation to national issues, who have all suggested that the theme for the demonstration perhaps they didn't agree with. I've seen Manasseh Azuri-Awone write in relation and asking the question whether democracy really is under attack, and if a title for a demonstration of such a nature is right. So he draws comparisons from in the past when they were in power as to journalists having to flee the country, because he had to flee personally, amongst other things, and says that by all means some of the arrests and subsequent convictions of persons are things that should be condemned by all, and in fact he's condemned it. What he disagrees with is the fact that it is being championed, or comments like these are being championed by the NPP, because they were doing it not so long ago. And so if it wasn't wrong then when they were defending it, why are they seeking to make a lot of noise about it? I think what we can all converge around really is that some of the arrests, right, have not quite sat well with well-meaning persons in society, irrespective of whether or not you believe the NPP should be the ones making the noise. I mean,
that's right.
You can argue simply that some of it, right, because some of the comments which are just insult should not warrant arrest and what have you. I say some which are just insult because in some of the very vile things we've heard people say are threats, and those completely enter different realms, because across different jurisdictions, the moment you're making threatening comments against anybody, in fact, I think we were seeing on, was it this week, somewhere, Wednesday thereabout, there was a newspaper headline as to if you threaten somebody, you could go as high as 25 years in prison and all of that. Making threats don't fall into the realms of free speech. That we have to be very straightforward about. Making threats don't fall in the category of free speech. And so, by all means, let's separate it. That's why I don't have the stomach to listen to some of those things. And so, I've been able to, it's been a challenge differentiating who was just insulting and who was just threatening, and who was insulting and threatening, right? Because some of the people who were arrested, they were threatening whilst insulting. And I'm sorry, but we can have conversations about free speech, and I will absolutely make comments in support of free speech, but I will not support anybody who's threatening the life of anybody. Right? But because some of the things are so vile, I can't play them to myself and listen to. And so I've struggled to differentiate who was just saying vile things, who should be sued for all they are worth, and then someone who was making threatening comments. That's why on the start, the get-go, I say, deal with persons who are making threats. By all means, deal with them, because there are so many laws, and even the police have been telling we, the ordinary citizens, that you can't go and be threatening your neighbor. You will be dealt with because that's a threat. Then those who are just insulting, that falls in the realm of free speech. If they are saying things which are not true and all of that, by all means, misdemeanors, right? Have them dealt with and taken care of in that respect, and as well.
Maybe you want to go the civil route. Maybe you're thinking about defamation, that sort of thing. That's also separate.
That should be separate as well. So we can converge around that table and say that we all condemn some. I've sat here not once, not twice, say that don't be arresting persons who are just saying stuff, right? No matter how distasteful they may sound, right? We should not go into those areas. As distasteful as they may sound, we should not go into those areas. But let us also preach a bit more in terms of decency. Both parties, particularly the NDC in opposition, enjoyed from this. Yes, some of their people were picked up and were arrested. I think this week on Monday, I was reading clippings of an NDC organizer who had been sentenced for making comments in that regard. But it suggests there is a reward system which exists for people who can go on social media and say all sorts of unprintable words. At the top, the people who lead the party don't do that. Mm-hmm. So I wonder why they allow the followers go onto social media and use unprintable words on people. I've seen Leonard Council, Samson Ladianyin, go on Facebook, write up a piece. Not a piece. He sought to make the Sedina Tamaklo easy to understand for the ordinary person. People took it as his opinion and went on his page raining all sorts of insults. Since when did that become a part of us? Since when did you disagreeing with someone over something mean you should be insulting them? Since when? I always tell folks that the house I grew up in, you can't be insulting somebody. I'm saying the house I grew up in because now you're having to question where else people grew up in.
Oh. And when you do this kind of work, look, sometimes I can clip something, put it on my social media, return in 10 minutes, and the kind of unprintable insults that have been rained over my head. But Mawuena, we've had this culture of political supporters feeling like that is the way maybe to catch the eye of those at the top. Was it at the top of the year we saw one such person that was arrested actually catching the eye of the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party?
Yes.
Aha. So maybe that's the thinking that the more...
I mean, it's been one of the criticism, right? Yeah. That it seems there's a welcome embrace awaiting anybody who's able to do that, amongst other things.
Thank you.
I mean, Solomon Owusu and the NDC have continued to make that argument that is what is emboldening people to consistently go onto social media and do that. But depending on where you stand, you can raise that argument. But again, I will make the point: since when did disagreeing with someone, sometimes it's just regular conversation, someone just say I disagree with you and this is why I disagree with you, that's a foolish and person will just come and rain insults and go. The fact that you disagree, even on Facebook, when you go on to Parliament stream, when there are debates on the floor and people do not agree, they are insulting.
Ooh, let me tell you, and I always keep the comments on the side of the page. Mawuena, you also see that thing?
I see it. Even on our own socials, when we are live on 3FM, YouTube, Facebook, you see people coming.
Some of the comments, you just let, for example, I haven't mentioned any names, and some people stand up to speak on the floor of Parliament. I can predict what the chat box is going to look like. I don't know.
No, but it's very, very distasteful.
Much so.
Very. And it raises serious concerns in terms of where we are going as a people. The fact that at the slightest, in terms of a disagreement, the option is to insult instead of present a counter opinion. For me, I don't see why that should become the means through which you respond to someone you disagree with. We need to find a way to have that all come to a halt, because I don't know. But yesterday as well marked another. I mean, we were talking about it all throughout the day, particularly for us here in the morning. A year on since the incident involving the Gallant 8. The president spoke at a number of places during the unveiling of the cenotaph for Dr. Omaneboame, and as well as at the interdenominational event. You have a story in relation to that, or I wanted to have us listen first.
Let's listen, and then we'll come back.
Let's do the story first.
Okay.
And then we'll listen, and then we'll come back.
Most certainly. I mean, this one caught my eye. It's on the front page of the Ghanaian Points. Finished their work, Samuel Aboagye's widow urges action against Galamsey to honor the departed. 8. Now, the widow of the late Deputy Director General of the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, Samuel Abuaje, has called on Ghanaians and authorities to intensify the fight against illegal mining, saying decisive action against Galamsey would be the greatest tribute to the 8 people who died in last year's military helicopter crash. Mrs. Abigail Abuaje made the call during the National Interfaith Memorial Service held on Thursday, August 6, 2026, to mark 1 year since the tragic incident that claimed the lives of 8 public officials and military personnel. According to her, the departed officials were committed to protecting Ghana and serving its people, and their memory must be honored through practical efforts underlined 10 times, rather than only ceremonies and speeches. And this is where I tuned into her speaking yesterday. She said, Samuel died on his way to a fight that is not yet finished. The rivers he was going to defend are still being poisoned. The land is still bleeding. She said, the truest tribute we can pay these 8 is not a speech. It is to finish their work. Please do not let this be the last year we remember them.
And we can listen to her, and then when we return, I think those will be the conversations after 1 year, right? Whether we're letting their death just go down the drain. Yes, Samuel Abuaje's wife, right? Speak, and then we'll hear from the president as well in relation to what transpired from a year on.
Samuel died on his way to a fight that is yet not finished. The rivers he was going to defend are still being poisoned. The land is still bleeding. The truest tribute we can pay these 8 is not a speech. It is to finish their work. Please, do not let this be the last year we remember them. And Yola, as I call you, I want you to know that God has held me. On the days I could not even pray, He carried me throughout the pain.
None of them boarded that helicopter expecting that it will be their final journey. Like countless public servants every day, they set out to perform their duties. They left behind unfinished conversations, appointments they expected to keep, families they expected to return to, and dreams they believed they still had time to fulfill. That is perhaps the greatest lesson this anniversary teaches us. For me, this immortalization of Omani's memory is deeply personal. He was a friend, a younger brother, a loyalist, and a close advisor. His loyalty and love for me was undoubted. He stood by my side through all momentous occasions of my political career. Omani was a great human being. His kind is difficult to find in our world today.
Every year, as the significance of their death, there was a certain phrasing continues to dwindle in the heart of those who were close to them. They will not forget them. But they ask questions about what is happening as to the fights, because they were going to an event in relation to illegal mining.
That's right.
3FM
and
92.7.
They unfortunately suffered harrowing nature. It's a horrible way to die. Let's not even come and remember anybody of the pain and the anguish and all of that, right? But what is happening 1 year on The Foreign Affairs Minister, after a cabinet meeting, had said that we were going to see a relentless war ever waged by the president against illegal mining after the death of the 8. Some of the papers are carrying the story and saying that we have failed spectacularly in honoring the memory of these 8 in that regard. So, after all is said and done, 1 week of activities to remember them, are we going back to the same things of old in terms of how we deal effectively with illegal mining? It's one of the many questions that we must look ourselves hard and ask. And we must ask the persons in charge. Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Dr. Amakofibo, he was at the event. In fact, when that report is playing, for those who, you can go onto Facebook and you see the reaction when he got the news that there had been a helicopter crash. The shock on his face that day, he could not believe it. And he knew at that moment that something had gone wrong and it was going to be very difficult for anybody to have survived. I want the full report because you see his reaction, right? You see, for those on Facebook, you see his reaction when the news got to them that, look, this had happened, and he sat down in his head.
3FM.
He was looking into the sky, asking himself questions, amongst other things. That was his reaction. Shock. When the news came to him that look at, he couldn't believe it, right? A year on, it must not be that they died in vain. Yes, arrests are being made. Kingpins they are going after kingpins. I think in the Ashanti region somewhere last year, Adansia Sokwa, Agenda 111 hospital site, there was illegal mining happening there. They picked up the alleged kingpin behind that. That person's name should have been published by now. The Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council, they should have published the person's name by now. The arrests are happening, right? It was near a school. It was near a school. The arrests are happening. But the question is, until all of it ends, we can all sit around this table and comfortably say that we are allowing their death go in vain if we are unable to stop the activities of Galamsey. There's a World Bank report which will be part of the conversations this morning, which talks about how artisanal small-scale mining has increased over the last few years. Since 2004, its contribution to gold output has been increasing, and it is coming at great cost to environment, land degradation,
to you and I, to our
cocoa
health,
production. Everything. The World Bank report speaks to that directly.
Perhaps we need to be reminded of what the real dangers that you and I are facing really are. We talk about the turbidity levels, and I mean, the issue of Galamsey spreads its tentacles to pretty much every sphere of this economy and every sphere of life. Talk about health. If you're not in good health, what is your productivity as a nation? Talk about Mawuena kidney failure of young persons who live quite close to these mining areas. And not even just close to, those of us who consume food products that come from these areas. When scientists test the food, it's not great. Levels of mercury, all kinds of unpleasantries. Talk about mothers that are giving birth to babies with deformities. Doctors are telling us that this is closely linked to mining activities, illegal mining activities, the rise of Galamsey. Talk about how it's also affecting the food crops we're seeking to export. Other countries, China has found a way to manufacture their own cocoa. You have it growing naturally here. It is being polluted. A time will come, you take yours to the world market, and they'll say, we don't want this polluted, poisoned cocoa of yours. We're getting it from other sources. I don't really know what else, the people want to hear, or want to see, or want to feel before we really understand that things haven't changed overnight. You're not going to get the waters back to where they need to get to overnight. We're already on the back foot. We're working against time, and time is not on our side. Perhaps, maybe, Mawuena, it's time to reignite those conversations with scientists so we can get a true state of the affairs. If you ask the politicians, they will tell you a different story, a separate story, but this is something that is still very much a crisis. Those that called for a state of emergency yesterday, do you not believe that it's necessary today? Is it something that we should be pushing for and clamoring for? The citizenry also need to do a lot more. We need to let officialdom know that they work for us, work in our interests, work for our benefits. What are we also doing as a people? These conversations simply cannot trail off. But are we going to play that report?
Yes, we're going to get into it. Ibrahim, I think this is what we... Right, let's just get into the report, right? Ibrahim Abubakar returned to the area where the crash happened and put this report together.
It was meant to signal a new chapter in Ghana's fight against illegal mining. Instead, it became one of the nation's darkest days. A Ghana Armed Forces helicopter carrying 8 people, including 2 cabinet ministers, crashed at Sikamine Brofuedru in the Ashanti region while en route to the launch of the Responsible Cooperative Mining and Skills Development Program in Obuasi. The program continued as officials waited for their colleagues to arrive. Then came the devastating news. The helicopter had gone down. Within hours, the worst fears were confirmed. All 8 occupants had perished. Among them were Defense Minister Dr. Omane Boama, Environment Minister Alhaji Murtala Mohammed, Deputy National Security Coordinator Alhaji Muniru Mohammed, Deputy NADMO Director Samuel Abuaje, NDC National Vice Chairman Samuel Sapon, Squadron Leader Peter Anala, Flying Officer Chuman Pedu, and Sergeant Enes Ado. 12 months after the tragic incident, we returned to Sikamine Brofuedru. A year ago, this peaceful village became the focus of national attention after a military helicopter carrying 8 distinguished Ghanaians crashed nearby. While life has gradually returned to normal for residents, the memories of that tragic day remain vivid.
Mekai has a year, is see ya ne bombo. Any me swam in Yamadium Cassimi Shemichi and Ambo, maybe Surse, meaning Sabia baby at the end would be a bit me a bombo a baby. I bet to me. Me will Fipa and Cassim will be fair number. The beer was a Mekai, the Fassur who be a was a Mekai. Who credit would be a na Mekai, a dano. Impose a plane binam surana helicopter be. Sometimes we do Ukrada helicopter bessin a call boasin in Patemu. Mimi Hunisana, not maybe I was Adano.
We traced the same journey to the crash site to see what remains. After more than an hour's trek through the forest, remnants of the military helicopter are still scattered across the crash site. Twisted pieces of metal remain where the aircraft came down.
So when we are, Sabiana praying the Bashiano, and Ama Hanuanina Ama Hansu Astati Efu.
The smoke has disappeared and nature is gradually reclaiming the landscape. Residents also say promises made by government to support the affected communities and the 13 young men who assisted in the recovery efforts have yet to be fulfilled.
I want to say, it's commanded before the day. You're crying. Omokono ambema contractor asa abaso. Empire ya contractor no ama fini. Oshe bobi mu se community center ekuro yin mi nyina no community center ayo no abande be he no aso yasene hwa mo ama ndi de omba bane ye kan ne de ya me anim de eheda ma so
yesere mpenfo no boys na mo be share ebo no ye wo fie adwuma na mo share ebo so mo be fa adwuma no mo fo bia yakwa medical saba omo share ebo se mo fa service ni mu e bia military fire service and other service ni nyina say mpo on qualify na say bia oye kuani and say aba no so asena ye okukufu okura metumi aso mu aso asem waye no so ye hu hwe.
Every person here may lessen the headlines, but it cannot erase the memories. For many here, Sikamine Brofuedru will forever be known as a place where 8 lives were suddenly cut short. A place where families received news that changed their lives forever. and a place that will be remembered as the scene of one of Ghana's most painful tragedies. Ibrahim Abubakar, TV3 News.
Was Ibrahim's report on a year on after returning to the place. We'll get into sports, the very latest from the world of sports. Ori Kwampofu will do that for us, after which when we return, we'll have a bit more for you here on the show. So stick and stay with us. This is the 3FM Sunrise. We'll get into a bit more sports for you right now.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the sports segment here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. My name is Oreku Ampofo, and let's start off from the ongoing 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations, where the Black Queens sealed their spot at the quarterfinals of the competition following a 1-1 draw with Mali in their final group game on Thursday. Evelyn Bedu put Ghana ahead in the first half stoppage time, but Mali hits back after 50 minutes through a free kick from Kadiatu Diabate. Following the conclusion of the game, head coach of the Black Queens, Kim Lasberg, admitted that this was Ghana's best game, but was disappointed with the result.
Yeah, I mean, to go to the playoff was one of our 3 targets that we're having in this summer with the Black Queens. The game is the best that we have played. The only thing I can be disappointed over is that the fact that we are nervous in the end. We should close this game way earlier. We're having like a XG that is 3.3 almost against 0.6. I mean, it's a normal game that you win with 3-0 or something like that, but in the end you need to be nervous. So that's the only thing I can complain over. Otherwise, I think we play really good football. I think we are ready from the start today. The first half, like I said, is probably the best.
3FM 92.7.
We needed 1 point and we took it, and now we are in a good position because there's quarterfinal and only 1 game from the World.
So that was head coach of the Black Queens, Kim Lasberg, speaking there. However, Ghana would be facing Mali on Saturday in the quarterfinals. Malawi themselves, they progressed to the quarterfinals after topping Group C ahead of Nigeria and Zambia. With minimal time to prepare for the encounter, Black Queens head coach Boykagen has raised concerns about the timing.
I mean, it's a problem. Also, the fact if you play in Group D, it's not a favor for you because you have your rest days before the tournament starts, if it makes sense, which is no really help. And now we only have like 2 days, like you said, for recovery, and one of them includes a move to Rabat. And even if the distance is not so big, it takes to move a group of 50 people or whatever we are. It takes a half day. So of course it's not perfect, but in the same time it's nothing we can do about that. We just need to accept it. I think this performance today is going to give the players good energy. We were lucky that what I can see at least that we have no injuries today. I hope Portia is fine. Also, we had a couple of players that had a yellow card. No one will be suspended in the next round, so that's something good for us as well. So hopefully what maybe can affect us a little bit negative in the physical aspect will probably add in a positive way mental.
Well, that was head coach of the Black Queens, Kim Lasek again. And let's now move to the playing body because Evelyn Bedu has expressed their excitement after scoring her first goal at the ongoing Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Bedu's strike on the stroke of halftime put the Black Queens ahead before Mali pegged Ghana back in the second half.
Really happy that I took it for the team, for the nation Ghana as well. And now we are into the next stage. I always say we should keep on supporting us and keep on their prayers, and they're going to deliver. Everyone was ready, not only me, but we are different people and everyone has their way of showing it. But I always want to be like music all the time. So I'm really happy, although we wanted to win so badly, but at least we got a point, and it's gotten through to the quarterfinals, which is really important for us. So we're really happy. And
away from the Black Queens to the local scene, where Medeama Sporting Club have been drawn to face TP Mazembe in their CAF Champions League preliminary round encounter on the weekend of September 4 to 6. Following the draw, Medeama head coach Ibrahim Tanko has outlined the ambition of the team for the upcoming season.
No, I think they should start preparing. Definitely, we are here to prepare for the league and then the Champions League. And like I said, we are trying to build a very, very formidable team, and not only those who are starting, but those who sit on the bench and even those who will not get into the squad. So definitely, we are working. So they should just we keep on praying for us.
Well, that was head coach of Medeama speaking, Ibrahim Tanko. Meanwhile, MTN FA Cup champions Nations FC will begin their maiden CAF Confederation Cup campaign against Malian outfit FC Diarra after the draw for the preliminary round of the 2026-2027 competition was confirmed. Should Nations overcome the Malian side, they would advance to the second preliminary round, where they will face the winner of the tie between Niger's AS Zam and Togolese club ASKO Dakar. Now let's head to Europe now, where Antoine Semenyo has compared the styles of former head coach Pep Guardiola and current City boss Enzo Maresca, citing similarities in the approaches of both coaches. Semenyo has been lively for Manchester City in their pre-season friendly so far, registering 2 assists in 2 games.
Pep, it was a lot of the ball inside, working different patterns, but with Enzo now, just staying high and wide, getting 1v1 situations, and being able to express myself and create chances. So, yeah, both very similar but very different.
Well, that was Ghana winger Antoine Semenyo speaking. However, let's move to Turkey, where Mohamed Salah has spoken for the first time after joining Trabzonspor. Salah joined the Turkish club as a free agent after his 9-year stint with Liverpool came to an end.
The last couple of days, it's an experience I never had in my life. I just want to thank every one of you for being here today and yesterday. You showed me so much love, and I never expect that reception. I'm here to win. I want to win something with this club because you guys show me so much love, and I really, really appreciate that. I want to thank the president also for making that happen, and I'm very happy to be here, and I can't wait to see you in the pitch again.
Well, that was Mohamed Salah, but we still stay with the transfer window because Real Madrid have officially announced the signing of Yan Diomande from RB Leipzig on a 7-year contract that will keep him at the Santiago Bernabeu until June 30, 2033. The Ivorian international joins ahead of the 2026 2026-2027 season for a fee around 125 million euros. Diomande enjoyed a sensational debut campaign in Germany, registering 13 goals and 10 assists across 36 appearances in all competitions. The Ivorian forward's performances earned him the move to the Bernabeu. We still stick with Real Madrid, where Brazil winger Vinicius Jr. has agreed a new 6-year contract with the club and will keep him at the Bernabeu to at least until 2032. The 26-year-old had entered the final 12 months of his contract and had attracted interest from Arsenal in recent weeks. However, Real Madrid announced on Thursday the two parties have agreed to extend his deal to June 30, 2032. Vinicius posted on Instagram, 8 years at the Bernabeu are too short, 6 more years and then forever, in quote. Now, before we go, let's do some more. Manchester United boss Michael Carrick has praised new signing Andre Santos, describing the midfielder as an intelligent player. Santos joined Manchester United from Chelsea this summer and has already featured prominently in the Red Devils pre-season.
I think he's a team player. I know he's a team player. I know how he thinks, how he approaches the game, how he plays for his teammates. He doesn't play for himself. Reads the game so well, really intelligent, settled in so quickly, just show that he looks like he's played here for a long time, and he's still young. He's still got so much more to come, and which is
3FM 92.7.
Well, that was Manchester United boss Michael Carrick bringing an end to the sports segment here on Sunrise. The show continues right after this.
FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice, Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwel to Kumasi. Hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected. One national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis. Group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis. Group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice, Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwel to Kumasi. Hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected. One national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis. Group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis. Group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice, Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwel to Kumasi. Hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected. One national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis. Group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis. Group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice, Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwel to Kumasi. Hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100 927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100 927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100 927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100 927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100 927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100 927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100 927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100 927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100 927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100 927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100 927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100 927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwel to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwel to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice. Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwel to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis, group of 10 1600 Ghana cedis, group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice.
The big conversation on 3FM Sunrise.
Time for us to get into the big conversation. 8:19. My guests in studio, regulars now, but in studio right now, Dr. Palgrave Boache Dankwa, who's in red this morning. He is former government spokesperson on governance and security. Also is still the spokesperson of Chairman Wontumi in his bid to become national chair of the NPP, and is also a lecturer. Mr. Kuti is asking a very important question. He said whether from prison. But Doc, good morning to you, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning to you, Mawuena, and thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Fantastic. Also, Emmanuel Kuti is the executive director of the Africa Center for Security and Counterterrorism. The two of them together, right, have filed a petition with the ICC. They've been providing evidence, amongst other things, against South Africa for xenophobia against other African citizens. So it's very interesting that the both of you are the early birds today as well in studio. No, Mr. Kuti as well, good morning to your trust at all as well.
God has been merciful as always, and very good morning to your good self, your team, and our cherished listeners. As I always say, because of them we are here every day. And to the good people of Sabuba, especially the chief of Sabuba, the chief of Naloni, and all the other chiefs, especially to the chief of Knafio, and all farmers in the eastern corridor. You know, they will be spilling the Bagri Dam very soon, and I know that is going to cause a lot of havoc to a lot of farmers. We pray that they do it gradually so that it doesn't affect the crops of farmers downstream. Otherwise, God has been so merciful. And like you mentioned, myself and Dr. Pagre, we share a lot of things in common. We don't like to come to programs late. And we are best of friends.
Right.
And you see, it's only good that friends can disagree to agree or agree to disagree.
We haven't started the program. This is just a greeting. Just allow Mawuena. This is just a greeting. It's just a greeting. Ended there.
I like how you are doing it to each other.
We have agreed to petition the ICC over South Africa. Is it not beautiful?
This is just a greeting. This is just a greeting. Leave it there. Allow Mawuena to anchor this.
We're also expecting the communications director of UP, that is Solomon Owusu, in studio as well pretty shortly, and then Dr. Thomas Anaba as well. I get the indication they're all on the premise, and so they'll join us in studio in a quick tad as well. But yesterday, two very significant events happened. It was a commemoration of 1 year on since that August 6th unfortunate disaster. As well, the opposition New Patriotic Party was on the streets of the capital with a demonstration dubbed Democracy Under Attack. Obviously, we'll get into that. And then we'll talk as well about the IMF's report on the losses as was made by the Bank of Ghana during the gold reserve accumulation, amongst other things. That's brought a smile on Doc's face as well. But we'll start off with that huge protest yesterday, right? Quite a number of individuals on the street of the capital. The entirety of the NPP leadership, in fairness, but I know that the chairman of the Council of Elders was at the interdenominational event yesterday representing the party, but in terms of the general secretary, everybody, they were on the streets yesterday, that democracy is under attack. I'm going to start off with Doc first, perhaps. And the question on a lot of minds is democracy under attack? Reason for which the NPP was on the streets yesterday. I can also say as well, so perhaps before you start, Doc has joined us. Dr. Naba has joined us in studio as well, and he's seen that Doc, kindly use this one for me, yes, has joined in the conversation already. Doc, it's good to see you as well. I trust at all as well.
It's very well, very, very well. Ghanaians are happy. We know the patriots now. we know the patriots now. We know those who think about Ghana's democracy. Good morning to you, Mawuena. Good morning to my colleagues here. Good morning to the good people of Ghana listening, especially those in Garu. I greet them all. And I'm happy there's demo in Ghana now about democracy.
It's okay, your greeting has ended. It's my time now.
My senior brother couldn't have put it better. We know who are the two patriots of Ghana. I think it's summarized.
I think patriotism belongs to the New Patriotic Party. A very good morning to you, and very good morning to my big brothers. Yeah. Before I come into the demonstration that we had yesterday, and also to the 1 year anniversary of the 8 patriots that died, let me just bring notice that we have filed our bail pending the appeal in terms of Chema Wuntumi's case. That was filed yesterday at about 1:40, and so it's our expectation that on the 19th of August the court will sit.
3FM 92.7.
So I'll share copies of that to you.
Absolutely.
It's an ongoing conversation, so you're aware that we pray and hope that we will have the best side of the court.
But how is he doing?
I presume he's well. The last time I saw him was the last day of sitting of court, which was on the 31st of July.
Right.
He came to court on another pending issue. That should have been, I think, the Exim Bank or the Numeri Forest case. So he's doing very well. We continually wish him well and pray for him to come and join us as a party. But yesterday we missed him very much because you are aware that if Chema Wuntumi was here, he would have been part of the people that would have joined actively in this demonstration. And you ask a very critical question around our democracy. And Mawuena, it's important that we set the record straight, that the pillars of this democracy falls on rule of law, which is very important, and also freedom of speech. These two cardinal pillars of rule of law and freedom of speech are things that you cannot take out of our daily conversation as it talks about democracy. And so as a political party, having seen the governance of President John Dramani Mahama over the past 18 months, we haven't been too pleased with it. And we felt that it was very important for us to send a petition first to the Supreme Court and then further on to come to Yoko, which is where you are aware that they investigate economic crime issues, and then finally to the seat of government, which is the Jubilee House. We had a lot of grounds for this petition. The first was that we're looking at the interference with judiciary independence and subversion of legal due process.
3FM 92.7.
It's a bit more, you're not able to clearly see the distinction of state institutions as it relates to those that are governing in terms of politicians and those that the Ghanaian people have given responsibility to. It was important that we bring that attention to the Supreme Court as well. The second was that we had to look into the politically motivated convictions and an end of an era to political imprisonment. I mean, you're aware that the government of the day has placed in Chairman Wontumi, sentenced him to 20 years and with hard labor. And the grounds of the sentencing are based on two things. The first is the assignment of a mineral rights without authorization, and then the other is facilitation of that. There's no mention of his involvement in illegal mining. And so we as a political party consider that this is a clear political imprisonment. We are aware that there are persons in the government of the NDC that are involved in illegal mining. The president himself made mention of that. We haven't seen any thrust of that and commitment to be able to bring those people to book. And so it was important that we bring this attention to the judiciary and also to bring that attention to Jubilee House. And also in terms of looking at how we have our bail condition. And I think that there are two senior members of the NDC government who have spoken about this. The sitting minister for education and also the sitting minister for interior, who have stated that we should not be using bail conditions as a deterrent. And I think that all of us across this table must begin to have one voice in that regard. I mean, because not just that tables will turn, but you need a vibrant opposition party. And if the tables do turn and the Ghanaian people vote for us on the 7th of December 2028, the new patriotic party is going to come into power. One of the things you want is that you need to strengthen the judiciary, and you need to strengthen all of these bail conditions, because there are things that can affect you later in the future. The fourth was the blazing display of selective justice and political double standards, weaponization of state institutions, and constitutional bill violations regarding reintroduction of the tribunal. For many people that have lived through maybe, let me say, First Republic, Second Republic, Third Republic, military regime, and now the Fourth Republic, will tell you that tribunals are things of the past. It's extremely colonial that you would consider that a government of President John Dramani Mahama, with all the experience that he has had over his political journey and public life, would want to look into something like this. Extremely colonial. And it was important that we bring that to his attention. And a few other things that we felt was very important that the government gets to hear. But I must tell you that yesterday was a very, very, very important day for our political party. We had large numbers of people, and this is just Greater Accra. Large numbers of people. At the stage when we got to Afrikiko, there was a large team from Afrikiko all the way to MTN. That was how big the crowd was. And let me send our deepest appreciation and support to the rank and file of the party to let them know that the leadership of the party greatly appreciates their turnout. It clearly tells you that the New Patriotic Party is ready to govern this country from 2029 under the leadership of Alhaji.
Is that synonymous? There are those who say that yesterday
our party is robust, is strong, is not collapsing as the government has proposed or even intended to do. We have stood the test of time since the Third Republic, and we have always reformed, and we are gathering. Just wait for us till we are done with our national elections, and then you see how we'll be able to continually keep this government accountable and put them on their toes.
There are those who say that if anybody is to make a case that democracy is under attack, it certainly must not be the NPP, because they saw governance under you roughly 2 years ago. Journalist Manasseh Azuri has recounted his own challenges with respect to press freedom index dropping to record lows, journalists having to flee amongst other things, and open disregard for dissent amongst other things. In fact, the point of end for the protesters yesterday, the Jubilee House, was a no-go area for demonstrators anywhere at all under the NPP. And so if you're able to even do that and end up there, not once, but twice already, then the NPP should not be saying democracy is under attack.
But you know what I would say to that? I'll say that democracy is not static, okay? Power has a way of blinding you, okay? Real power has a way of blinding you. And absolutely,
just admit that.
Absolutely corrupting you. Okay, no. And so for us as a political party, and for where we find ourselves, it's important that if the moral fabric of our democracy, as we observe it, okay, is being trampled upon, it's important that we bring that to the attention of the government. Because you see, one of the things that we fear of losing is the serenity and the peace that we have in this country. And I mean, Mawuena, I'm just going to be wrapping up on that, because I think it's important that I pay homage to our 8 compatriots who lost their lives. Very.
It's actually one of the many things we'll come to.
Okay, sure, that's fine. So for me, I think that if we are able to demonstrate, which we have done in a very civil manner with no incident whatsoever, I think that is extremely commendable. Okay, that if we feel that the rights of people is being trampled upon, if we feel that people are being arrested indiscriminately, if we feel that people reshare posts, people share posts, people do TikTok. Of course, I don't endorse any misbehavior whatsoever on TikTok, and I've called out other persons that have sought to disrespect other people. But you see, Mawuena, we've gradually built a culture in this country where there is a lack of value system. Okay, and I'm happy that the sitting president is calling very strongly for a value-driven society. I recall very well, and I made a post about it. Mawuena, you can search it. When the sitting president called my lineage, okay, as persons of Sakawa. I usually don't like to go back into the past, but you can imagine, okay, when the sitting president made that statement to the Catholic bishops that have visited him, that no senior person made a comment about that. Okay, so for me, I think that we need to censor our environment. We need a clear, purpose-driven, value-driven society. And these are the things and the proponents that Dr. J.B. Dankwa spoke about very clearly when he spoke about the Ghanaism. We are clearly losing that. We are losing our humanity. We are losing our behavioral tenets that guides us and builds us up. So I'm glad that the sitting president is looking into that. One of my greatest disappointments as well is that I thought that at the rising of parliament, they were going to pass the LGBTQI.
It was brought back. Some corrections were made, and
I'm just bringing it in because, you see, this bill should have been long passed, because it all talks about our value systems, okay? And value is one of the things that is very, very dear to my heart. But we can never develop this country if we lose out on our value system. If we have strong values, corruption will be a thing of the past, okay? If we uphold strong values and tenets, okay, we'll be able to build a very comfortable society and a very wealthy society where both of us can coexist in harmony.
So for me, yesterday was the best day. The demonstration went very well. We're reenacting another demonstration in Ashanti region and in the northern region. We have a vigil on the 14th of this month, a vigil for Chairman Wontumi in Ashanti region.
On the 13th?
14th of this month, we have a vigil, and then afterwards we continue our demonstration and conversations in the northern region. I don't know if you want me to go into the demise. Let me just touch on it.
It's part of the topics for conversation. So let me come to Mr. Coutinho now, right? The argument by the NPP is that democracy is under attack. That's what Palgrave says, and that's one of the many arguments he's put forth. You're a citizen of Ghana. Do you feel that democracy is under attack?
Mawuena, let me throw this question back to you. You are an independent adjudicator. Is our democracy under attack? Yes or no? I just want to know your opinion.
I'm here to ask the question.
Because you are a media person, right?
Not answer the question.
I'll be your counsel today, though I'm not a lawyer. You can't answer.
You understand?
3FM
I felt so scandalized as a Ghanaian yesterday. In fact, the people who were on the street yesterday are the enemies of Dr. Bawumia. To put it plainly, they just simply don't want Bawumia to win the next elections. Among all the days, that we are commemorating the death of 8 Ghanaians who sacrificed their lives through not any fault of theirs, serving this country. If these gallant men were MPP members or government officials in MPP, is the MPP saying that they would have demonstrated yesterday? You know me. There are certain things I don't even want to go there at all. It made no sense, and I asked myself yesterday, is it the party of your own grandfather, right? J.B. Dankwa. You think if J.B. Dankwa was alive today, he would have sat there and allowed the demonstration that went on yesterday? Your grandfather would be very disappointed in you, Dr. Pargrave. Your grandfather.
He would have done 3 days.
Your grandfather would have been very disappointed, honestly. Look, Dr. Pargrave, yesterday, what I saw was national executives who took Dr. Bawumia to 38% in an election, wanting to remain in power. When are you having your elections? They are doing regional elections around the corner and national elections around the corner. There's always a saying that you maintain the winning team. But in the face of MPP, you want to maintain a failing team. So how do you win power? How are you ever going to win power? Look, I am going to put it mildly. You people, you are the enemies of Dr. Bawumia. You don't want Dr. Bawumia to win power.
Who are you?
Those who demonstrated yesterday. Honestly, when I heard about the demonstration, I thought it was on youth who are trying to exhibit some form of premature ejaculation. But when I saw the former majority leader, the former defense minister, the national executives, my good friend Samia Awuku, look, a very natural talent. This guy is a big talent, not only for MPP, but for the country. But you people, by your actions and inactions, you are destroying natural talents within the party that otherwise could have been useful for this country tomorrow. Look, yesterday, the people that stood out for me and will earn my respect any day was Abina Sai. And then Hakma Usu Ajma. They never represented, they didn't go there on the author of representing the party. I was on a show yesterday on TV3 with one of your communicators who indicated that as of the night before, they hadn't received any formal invitation from the government. A national activity like this, you are waiting for an invitation. A national activity like this, when the incident happened, was Dr. Bawumia invited before he came to the event? Was he invited? Look, let's call a spade a spade. You said democracy is under attack. That you were able to demonstrate yesterday freely. I saw many of the leaders of MPP dancing on the street. Indeed, democracy is under attack. You could demonstrate freely, dance on the street without any harassment. What are we talking about? Look, let's credit this, our democracy, some form of seriousness. I heard Afenyo Makin say that it is the process of winning power. So were you demonstrating or you were campaigning? And then when they go to the Flagstaff House, the president in his magnanimity decided that a senior staffer should come and receive the petition on his behalf. Look at the attack Afenyo Makin rained on the poor woman, claiming that she was not deserving and her presence amount disrespect to the party. Are you not attacking women empowerment? So by that statement alone yesterday, you had attacked all the women in this country. Look at the parity between men in position and women in position. Given this attack, unwarranted attack on this poor woman, do you think other women will be emboldened to put themselves for such positions? Look, you made an initial statement. I was so happy, right? You said you filed an appeal, a bill pending appeal, right, which will be heard this month. Is that democracy under attack? You see, you want to approbate and reprobate. In one breath, you want Chairman Wuntumi's bail case to be heard. In another breath, your lawyers, Atachia and Kwa, saying they will not go by the directive by the Chief Justice that prosecution and criminal cases that are under trial should go on, so they will not attend. Dr. Pargrave, look, your boss Chairman Wuntumi, his biggest mistake was to bring Atachia as his lawyer. Atachia abandoned him when went for the daughter's graduation when they were sentencing your boss. Is that not the case? Now you say you will not attend. One of the inherent rights for any person standing trial is speedy trial. Because once you are under criminal investigation and trial, you are denied certain liberties. You cannot do so many things. So I want to appeal to my big brother, Dr. Baumia. Hanan and Co. are big players around him. He should be interested in speedy trial so that when they are cleared, then they can come and support his campaign team. But the theater we witnessed yesterday, in the name of demonstration democracy and attack, democracy and attack, you people are seriously the enemies of Dr. Baumia. You talk of political imprisonment. Your boss, Dr. Baumia, Chairman Wuntumi, the grounds for appeal, was there anything that your lawyers indicated that he was in prison because of politics? And for that matter, you are coming on that grounds. When you presented your petition to the Chief Justice, the representative who received the petition, did you hear what he said? Go and digest that very well. He said you can do your politics, but they are an independent what? Institution. You've forgotten, Afenyo Makins. Was it not a Saturday he was able to get a sitting going on?
It was a Friday.
A Friday, yes? Have you forgotten Chachi Kwesin going to court every day as a member of parliament? Manasa Azuri had to run out of this country. At that time, democracy was not under attack. Look, some of us cannot defend this. I don't think that democracy is under attack. And it was a no. Yesterday was not a demonstration, it was a campaign. Nana B and his team just want to remain in power. And I feel so sad for the youth of this country. You are sacrificing your future fighting for politicians instead of fighting for Ghana. The politicians who were there, Afenyo Markins and Co, Oseche Mensah and Co, they have grown-up children. How many of their children were there? You go and use poor men children, your policies have failed to upgrade them. And you put them in perpetual poverty. So that when you need them to come and shout your way, you put buses and bring them. Look at the buses that came across the region. You say it was only Accra only. That is the biggest insincerity I have ever heard from you. We have been friends. I know that you call it as it is. But if you sit here and say that it was only Accra, the buses that came, I saw people from Tamale. I'm from Tamale. I saw a lot of them. I saw buses from Tamale. So if the whole Ghana, this is what NPP could mobilize. In fact, I think that Ghana democracy is rather in decline by your own actions. Because we need a serious and a vibrant opposition party. Otherwise, NDC will take us for a ride. Already they have a super majority. And you have reduced serious issues, okay? I see we are doing student politics, for Christ's sake. It must be stated here that any NDC member will vote for NDC, whether it rain or shine. Any MPP member will vote for MPP, whether rain or shine. The deciders are the floating voters. And they are the people who can read in between the lines. The age of politics where you use propaganda, it is over. Right. So NDC must change course. MPP must change course. And let us have a contest of ideas. Look, NDC in the past used not to have people, you go on platform, they don't even have communicators who can actually articulate policy and ideas. It's the reverse in MPP today. You monitor the airwaves and see the quality of communication from both parties. You talk on LGBTQ that Parliament rose and didn't pass it. For real, Dr. Pargrave, when your own government had a golden opportunity to pass it, your president said you will receive it. What are we talking about?
But it was a subject matter of a legal challenge. But thank you. That's Emmanuel Kuti. I'm going to come to Doc now. Doc, I will have you use this one so that Solomon also has joined us as well.
Has come with a lot of documents.
Yes.
Let me give it to him. MPP letterhead. Are you still with them?
No.
Okay.
But when you have my brother Kuti charge a little boy like that, what happened?
No, so you see, my fidelity is to Ghana.
Absolutely.
What is happening, if it's black, it's black.
What I wanted him to say is what he has said.
You know where I belong to. You know where I belong to, heart of heart, you know. But when it's wrong, it's wrong. I cannot comprehend and follow some of these things.
This is the true Kuti.
Well, other times, though, it wasn't the true Kuti.
So I will make sure that he's always Kuti.
let me
come. Marry my sister. So I will not, on the altar of anything, allow him to deviate. No.
Let me come to Doc. Doc, your government is what is coming under criticism by the NPP. In fact, a bit more in terms of why they are making that argument is that the Fourth Estate, in capturing a number of arrests which have been made free speech related, says there's been more arrests made in the last 18 months than was made in the entirety of the last 4 years put together. And that is one of the fulcrums they are making their argument on, to say that democracy is under attack. How does the NDC respond to the concerns that democracy is coming under attack across the many arguments they put forth yesterday?
Thank you. I think arrest is not based on the government, the party that is in power. It is based on the infractions, crimes that has been committed. If under MPP there weren't suspicions for arrest of people, nothing will happen. If under MPP there wasn't abuse of freedom of speech, no people wouldn't be arrested like now. But for now, most of the arrests are related to corruption allegations misappropriations of public funds, and then the rest. So the few that are regards to social media and the rest are just tangential and nothing to write home about. But let me go to the title of their demonstration, and I could feel for my brother sitting on my left. Palgrave, I was very a little bit shocked because I know his stance. He says it's as it is.
Everybody says
yes.
Palgrave.
Yes.
So are you suggesting he was forced to be at the protest yesterday?
You see, I've said it that he is the opposite of the one he's speaking for. Vast difference, as if he's come to neutralize the issues of Untumi, because he's a gentleman. He speaks facts, but he's trying. They are putting him at a corner that is very difficult. It may taint his image. I will advise him to continue with his positive views, nationalistic expressions, and then call for a moral change like he's doing in Ghana. Because if you will really look at the demonstration, many have said it, and it is worth repeating it. This demonstration was just like a marketing tool for people to contest elections, and nothing but people trying to market themselves for people to see them and retain them. And my brother Putin just said it. Look, you maintain a winning team. You don't maintain a losing team. If they said democracy is under attack, how do we get a democracy? How is democracy experimented? One, you develop a constitution, is that not it? Then after that, you take it to a referendum, people come to vote to approve it, and when it's approved, you conduct elections to elect people to run the country. That is what we all see as democracy. Ghana, in 2020, we went for an election, which is part of the process of exhibiting that we are in a democracy. 8 people died, just to ensure that we elect a new president. 8 people died to exhibit their right to select somebody to become a president.
92.7.
The president was selected, and nothing has been done about these 8 people who went to queue to observe elections for election to be counted and results declared. 8 people died. Was this a threat to democracy or not?
That was Techiman's South also.
Was this a threat to democracy or not? That election day, you kill people, intimidate people for election results to turn otherwise to favor some people. Was this not a threat to democracy? Put that aside, 8 people. We had 8 people who were working to ensure that this country is safe from what? Contamination of the environment that will lead to the death of people, malformation in birth, in giving birth to people, and various diseases that would destroy the population of this country. 3 of them are politicians. Omane Buama, who led all cameras on to ensure that JM came to power. He's a politician. Alhaji Muniru, national security, he's a politician. Mutala, he's a politician. But we had 3 people there who put their lives down, whichever party is in power, to save this country. They died to save this country. I don't think in America, if they are commemorating the heroes of America, an opposition party would have the guts to organize a demonstration against democracy. I don't think. And that is the country we are all emulating. They didn't even honor these people who, in their course of duty to save Ghana, to protect Ghana, died for the country. They organized a demonstration that day to overlap, to let the anniversary be a little bit, let me see, not give it importance. And above all, what is more insulting to the democracy is that the president who selected somebody to leave the commemorative anniversary and come and receive their petition, they entered freely into the Flagstaff House that no one could enter to demonstrate. They entered freely and expressed themselves freely. And on top of it, insulted the person that the president selected. Because the president is the one we all chose to lead the country. and deserves respect. Whoever he selects to represent him to receive a petition, you must respect that person.
Yeah.
You came and insulted this lady and walked back freely. Is democracy under threat? Is democracy under threat? You are rather threatening democracy. You see, arresting people for alleged crimes, for alleged corruption, is in our constitution. That is how accountability, if we exercise accountability, that is what will strengthen our democracy. Another clear example of MPP being hypocrites in the sense that they are fighting for democracy is Sal. You remember Sal?
Central Kofi Akpafo Lolobi.
They had no representation.
They didn't have a representation in Parliament. Chacho took the case even to the Supreme Court, but for whatever, they kicked it out and said they won't have a representation in Parliament. Did MPP organize a demonstration to say democracy was under threat? They never did it. I've just cited 3 examples to demonstrate to you how hypocrites they are, how their demonstration was really not for democracy, but for people to market themselves.
3FM.
People to market themselves for the next position. And I'm very happy. I'm very happy as an NDC member that these people would win to become leaders of their party for the next campaign, for the next elections coming. Because we know how they can campaign, we know what to do to them, and we know how to win them because we know their weak points. But I'm sad for my brother. Like my brother Kuti said, I'm sad for my brother Mawuena. That he sits down and look at these people. When a party loses elections, you look at personalities that you can bring in to appeal to the public. You look for people that you can bring in to appeal to the public, to appeal especially to the floating voters, that look, we are coming with a change. We are coming with something new. We are coming with new faces so that people will sympathize with you and get some votes for you. But if you are coming back with the same people who are defending people who have been alleged to be very corrupt, they go as far as sitting in the middle of a road to protest for somebody to be released from cells, and at the end the person goes back to be begging for clemency and for reduction and the sentencing. You are bringing those people back to lead you to come for a campaign. Afenyo Makin, who insulted this lady, was sitting on the floor in front of Iyoko. Today, I'm hearing that they are organizing a vigil for Mawuena in Kumasi.
For Wontumi.
I beg them. They should distinguish the 3 cases they are facing and tell us which one. Which of the 3 cases that they are going to do a vigil for. One is about the Galamsey issue. One is about Exim Bank. One is about, there are 3 issues that he's facing. So they should tell Ghanaians which of them are they doing vigil for.
3FM.
Because you see, they are very smart. They want to lump all and say all the 3 issues that he's standing, he's not guilty. You see, don't think that the people in Kumasi are naive. I have friends from Kumasi. I have friends living there. And I'm telling you, MPP is losing it because of the attitude of your leaders. They jump into conclusions that they shouldn't jump into. But why is the government arresting people? The government is arresting people because they are alleged to have conducted themselves untoward during their stewardship of the various places they headed. And this was given to us, and we were informed, first of all, by the same MP people that their party people are looting as if there's no tomorrow. Do you remember that? Kennedy Ajapong said it, that their party members in government were looting as if there is no tomorrow. If you are a government in power today, and you have heard all these allegations, and there are signs that people actually looted, does the law allow you to call them to investigate or not? Yes, the law does. Is this witch hunting? Is this what we call democracy under threat? Example, the first case, I'll use an example, SkyTrain, $2 million invested in something that never happened. So you want us to allow that case not to be investigated? Is this threat to democracy? This is not threat to democracy. This is enforcement of what we call accountability, which is the bedrock of democracy. Number two, you had what we call Wuntumi's own case in Exim Bank. If we hadn't arrested Wuntumi and taken him to Iyoko, will we get him to be pleading to return the money? Will we get him to be pleading to return the money? We wouldn't get him to plead to return the money. This is not democracy under threat. Ajimamenu went and bought vaccines that never existed and even inflated the price. When the whole world was buying it at $10, he was buying it at $19. And without any due records and without any serious investigations, the finance minister authorized the payment. The finance minister at large today authorized the payment without even seeing documentations for it, without seeing the vaccines. He authorized payment for it. At the end, this case was sent to Parliament. It was looked at. It was handled in a way that all of us didn't like, because you can't pay for something that doesn't exist, and you can't even overprice it when you didn't even see it. So to me, this was pure corruption, and this was pure stealing. There are numerous examples I can cite, reasons why people have been arrested. But when it comes to this, they say some people are treated differently. You had 8 years, 8 good years, to deal with all the NDC people you allege they had committed crimes. You couldn't get them prosecuted. What we saw was that you were coaching witnesses to incriminate other people. This shows that you had an ill motive. You were rather chasing people forcefully to put them in jail without any good evidence. And it was demonstrated because Japa exposed them.
Fair enough.
So no one should say that some people have been handled like with kid gloves and some are being handled in a different way. It is neither here nor there. The truth is that the Attorney General did a poor work by presenting most of his cases to the courts, and that was demonstrated in the last case reviewed by the appeals court, that the processes that he went through to get set in arm were wrongfully done, had no substance, and he shouldn't have presented the charges in that way.
Right, Doc, I appreciate you as well. Let me bring in Solomon now, right? Solomon, who is the director of communications for the United Party, he will come in now as well. Democracy under attack. And today you have a lot of
over from Kukuba.
With the documents.
If you look at the documents Solo is handling, Solo, you need to get a PO because these documents are too heavy for you. You see, your back.
If you go for PA, but come in for me on democracy under attack.
I mean, let me greet my brothers in studio, Putin, Patrice, Doc, and then yourself and all our cherished listeners across the world. Your station, people listen to it a lot. And so we are grateful to those that are listening. As a matter of fact, I don't think Patrice even believes in the very demonstration that he undertook. I don't think from the heart of heart that he really believed in what he did yesterday. It was a total waste of everybody's time. It was a total waste of resources, but yes, total waste of resources to many, but few also profited. Remember those that organized this demonstration, Nanabi and Co. Nanabi is fighting to be the second vice chair of the party. He needs money to campaign. And that is how you survive in opposition. If you want to have resources, always flimsy excuse demonstration. Because
these are men who have business.
I am coming there. Who has business anyway?
Nanabi is putting up a health facility in his constituency.
He has to be investigated. These are some of the matters. Nanabi before, Nanabi then. Then you go in. Life's audit. As simple as that. But let me say, on authority, that this whole demonstration, when they went to a meeting to discuss about this whole demonstration, they deferred the meeting to the flag bearer to make a determination within 4 weeks as to whether or not there was a need to go for this demonstration. Only for few people, after a whole group taking a decision, to go and convince the flag bearer that, look, we have to.
How do you know this?
Oh, you know, I came from
You came from the stock.
If I disclose the source right now to you, then the person will be in trouble. Off air, I can tell you so that I come and broadcast it. But I will not put him. But the person took part in the decision. And the person was so disappointed in the flag bearer that he's so weak. that they initially agreed that they have to give themselves 3 weeks for a broader consultation, and then the flag bearer said, no, let's make it 4 weeks. 2 days after, then there was that announcement, without the same group congregating to even amend their own earlier decision. Because clearly from where anybody sat, there was nothing in terms of the national democracy that we are practicing. By the way, democracy has 2 parts. There is the internal democracy, and there is the national or the aggregate democracy. I strongly believe if they have said that their internal democracy was under attack, and for that reason they were demonstrating, I would have even joined them. Well, clearly their internal democracy...
If their internal democracy were under attack.
No, it's under attack. That one is a fact. And I will prove to you why.
How? Okay, you say you're going to prove that.
Let's take Saboba.
And it happened.
You go to Saboba, someone hijacks an album and puts his own men and women in there, and his own hymns and caprices, against their own party's constitution, that there will be a polling station election.
3FM.
Is the democracy not under attack?
92.7.
Look, recently, yesterday I was reading it somewhere. Let me repeat it here. The party itself, through their National Steering Committee, issued a statement declaring that 2 constituencies will not take part in their constituency elections. That is Efija Sector East and Asante Achim Central, where your former colleague, Afrifa, Okatache Afrifa, why did Okatache incur that injury? Why was he shot in the head?
Was he shot in
the head?
head?
Yeah, he was shot.
I don't know the details of the
No,
attack,
he claims he was shot, but you could see the hole. I mean, when you see the videos, if you don't take it, you can't eat. Okatache said there was the party itself, the National Steering Committee, on the 6th of July had decreed or has said, it's here. I'll read it. You can read it for your listeners too.
The man with the evidence.
You understand? This is evidence-based. We are talking about democracy. The party is saying that the democracy is not under attack. Kindly read it for your listeners. After that, maybe I'll give you another one on my phone.
So just simply, right, in summation,
yes.
The steering committee agreed that there will be no elections at Efija Sector East and Asante Achim Central because there had been court processes.
Exactly.
Which had been filed.
Exactly.
Accordingly, the steering committee hereby directs that with immediate effect all activities relating to the conduct of constituency executive elections in Efija Sector East and Asante Achim Central be suspended until further notice in compliance with the orders of the respective courts. That's what it says.
So after that was how come Okatache got injured, because he was trying to prevent the elections taking place. Now you go to Asante Achim. Against this directive, they still went ahead to conduct the election. And at the end of the day, the National Executive itself, the steering committee, that has said that no election must go on, absorbed those elections, upheld those elections, and now it stands. You call this democracy? Go to all the 276 constituencies, confusion everywhere. People smuggling their preferred individuals into the albums, creating confusion. Well, you know, here when we discussed Bantama, the chairman and what's the name, the MP Asenso are at each other's throats. That is what they are talking about. A party that has monetized our electoral process to the extent that before your face come on a ballot to want to be their flag bearer, you must call 46 billion OCDs. 4.6 million. Is that how you practice democracy? Is that how you practice it? So if they had come to tell us that they were fighting, the demonstration was against their own internal arrangements, I would have beautifully joined them. But the reasons they cited here is so laughable. Let's go into it one after the other. I have their petition here. I have printed it once again. Now they say that, let me read a portion that you can't stop laughing. These people. Ghana's decade-long reputation as a beacon of constitutional democracy, public accountability, peace, and political stability on the African continent is being aggressively dismantled under your administration. Listen to this person, what we are currently witnessing is not ordinary governance. These people say what currently is happening is not ordinary governance.
but a systemic breakdown of constitutional checks. Yes, it is not ordinary governance, because we have been doing the same thing over and over again, and we are getting the same results. What has been the results? Poverty all over. Poverty all over. Because what we do, and this is why the United Party has taken, we sat back, we realized that this is what the problem is. What is Ghana's problem? When elections are over and the ruling party leaves office, immediately we shift the focus from those that left and put the spotlight on those that are governing. So they easily go away with their booty. That is what has been happening to this country.
It's a point you've made consistently.
And we said, no, we need to depart. Let's put the spotlight on those that left. The effect of that will even advise those that are in government. And that is what precisely we are doing. And look at the amount of monies that are being flowing around as people have been taken. And if indeed these are true, then you must be worried as a country. So if a country decides to go after those that have illegally taking our money, and you go on the street demonstrating as a political party, how would you go back to the people of this country in 2028 and go and campaign against corruption? Haven't you campaigned against yourself? Now listen to another part. People went there and did their own bidding. And here I believe that it was written by Atachia and Godfrey David. Listen to the first grounds for petition: interference with judicial independence and subversion of the due process. The independence of the judiciary, the final shield of the citizen against state overreach and executive tyranny has been severely compromised. Listen to this part. Following the unlawful removal of the Chief Justice, her leadership, Justice Gertrude Araba Sakitokonu, an atmosphere of pervasive fear has been established. Listen, you ask yourself, was Tokonu illegally removed? Was she illegally removed from her seat? She even went to ECOWAS, so I'm expecting them that beyond this demonstration, if indeed democracy is being attacked, then it's being attacked at the sub-regional level. So they must be in Abuja and go and demonstrate.
Even the regional court threw her out.
So how can you, on the basis of this, and remember, in May of last year, did they not embark on save our judicial demonstration? Was it not about Tokonu?
Yes, that's what it was. And
you come back after the Supreme Court dismissing all her appeals and the ECOWAS Court dismissing it, you still go back onto the street and demonstrate. Is it not lawlessness? Is it not a party that has lost focus? Now listen to another part. That one will freak you. That's why I realized that no, they were doing kifit. Listen. Furthermore, arbitrary administrative directives that attempt to deprive defense lawyers. Listen, defense lawyers of their statutory legal vacations threaten the fundamental right to legal representation. Abba.
Meanwhile, they are in court for whom to
put it. It's the 9th of August, not a legal period. Why is the MPP filing an appeal to get whom to be out? Yet the lawyers, and you see what even annoys me is that you, the lawyers, you are not doing these cases pro bono. You take money for your engagement. In any case, when a person goes to court, the case is not for the lawyer. It is for you that has been accused. So if you think that you cannot handle the case, you leave it. It's the reason why nowadays we are training more than 900 lawyers every year. Somebody will take over. So because of your vacation, the court must not go on. And if you indeed believe, this even tells me, because I heard Atachia say, and if I were the person standing at trial, I'd be worried. Say you want to fast track it so that you jail our people. I say, you, the lawyer that must be giving the confidence to your client, this is what you are saying. You are demonstrating that because the court or the state wants expedited trial so that if your client is innocent, he could be freed early. He said, no. It must still hang around my client. Let me go and chill in the UK. The last time he told who to be that, he was going for the daughter's...
But he has the rights to be at his daughter's.
No, but he was there when the date was set. When you want to be... in fact, he was in court. Yeah. He could have told the court that, my lady, this day I will not be around. And that would be on record.
In fact,
sat down...
If I am the client, I'll change these lawyers. They'll just go and be doing me lord.
Me lord, you are in some... Me lord, you are in some... You understand?
So wrap up.
And so in wrapping up, clearly the NPP did not serve itself very well. And to climax everything was how they disrespected my sister Nana Yajantwa. Total disrespect. Because see, if you read their petition, what is written here? Submitted to the office of the president. Office of the president.
Right.
That was the intent. When we say office of the president, what makes up the office of the president? Anybody that is working at the office of the president has the right to take a petition, especially when the person has been delegated by the president. That was a direct attack on the president. Yes, they were. In fact, if Afenyo thought he was insulting Anaya Gantwa, he was, as a matter of fact, insulting the president of the land. He was disrespecting him. By the way, the people of Winneba, where he is the MP, is Afenyo telling us that he's the most sensible person from Winneba. But yet they have delegated you to represent them in Parliament. So because of that, because you are not the most intelligent person, when I see you, Afenyo, in myself disrespect you, I have to consider the people of Efutu as those that you are representing, including the chiefs, the pastors, and everybody, and accord the respect that I would have given to all the people over there. Not to come and throw your weight above as if you are somebody. You are nobody.
Right.
You are nobody.
Right. That's Solomon Owu. So I'm going to give a right of response to Palgrave because everybody has been questioning. And I'll come to you.
Yes, no. You are putting my good friend on the spot. It's a difficult situation.
Allow Mawuena to
because of the many things that have been said.
They sent
of the many things that have been said.
This block is inconsistent.
It's a suggestion that Palgrave is being diluted. That's a assertion by your colleagues. By your colleagues.
In the very demonstration.
By your colleagues on the panel. They said you are being diluted. And you don't believe in the.
He was just forced to be there.
So there's another issue that is coming out. The after party. How they are sharing the money. That is the necessity. You hear the slaps. Because somebody wants to be somebody over there.
Over money.
Somebody
I also heard some intel. Yes. So I'm waiting.
So, Palgrave, coming from me on the concerns that have been raised by the other panel members, even against your person as well, that you did not believe in the protest yesterday, even as you were part of it.
Mawuena, that's inaccurate. I mean, I'm a true-blooded blue member of the New Patriotic Party.
That is different.
Okay. It's your grandfather's.
Please allow me.
We know that.
Please
but did you believe in what happened yesterday?
That is you yourself, you are in court appealing against, appealing for bail. And one of the reasons why you are on the street is that people are being granted bail.
Please allow me.
And you want bail?
Allow me.
Please allow me. Please allow me.
I'm being hijacked this morning.
Yes, but
we'll keep quiet.
My right to speak. My right to speak.
You will see another demonstration.
My right to speak.
Attack on my right to speak. Another demonstration is coming.
I mean, Mawuena, I think that, to be fair, I'm a member of the New Patriotic Party. Very blue-blooded. When you cut me, you would find the New Patriotic Party, which cannot be discounted at all. I recall moments in our home when our great-grandfather, Dr. J.B. Dankwa, Paul Grant, Edward Ekufuado, Nana Dankwa Ekufuado himself, Gabiatre Dakon, I mean, all of the rank and file, Lawyer Atachia. I mean, we as a family are poised for public service. And also, as a value-driven family, one of the things that we continually heard was that at the time when our great-grandfather, my great-grandfather, and maybe Nana Dankwa Ekufuado's grandfather, Nana Soforiata, who was knighted by the British Empire, died, all of what he had in his account was £50, which clearly demonstrated his acts of public service. And so for my participation in a civil and constitutionally mandated demonstration, I think that it's in my right to do that. I do believe that there are some excesses in government which needs to be addressed, and I'm sure that my dear brothers here, in the very closeness of their solitude of their hearts, would agree that there are some excesses. Of course, there are times that you may be the president of the Republic of Ghana. You might be blinded, like I stated earlier on, that power can blind you. You can be blinded. There are times that people that you have given responsibilities to, who are manning various state agencies, can will certain powers that you have not credited to them. And so if we find those excesses, okay, and we believe that they are triggers of those that can cause disturbances in relation to some of the pillars of the democracy that we have held on over the years, I think it's important that we bring that out. And I enjoyed yesterday's peaceful demonstration. Whenever there's an opportunity,
peaceful.
Whenever.
That's why it was peaceful.
No, you see, when we talk about democracy being under attack, right? There are soft powers that we are dealing with. Okay, look at it. Like I said, power can blind you.
Right.
And I mean, the fact that it might have happened in a previous government does not mean that if it's happening in this government, you should not talk about it. Of course, in the previous government, if it did happen, there were the opposition party, which is the NDC, who spoke about it. And so if it's happening under the very eyes of the people who spoke about it, it's important that we bring that notice to it. And I did believe in the demonstration. I'm glad that the petition has been sent. My big sister, Nanaya Jantua, has admonished us that the president himself is going to receive it. And I think that with the greatest of regard and respect to her, the president would attend to issues that have been raised in the petition.
Right.
My final word on this one, Mawuena, is that, you see, that's why we talk about building institutions. When you are in government, the institution you leave behind will take care of you when you leave office. And that is what is playing out precisely. I just want to advise the MPP to kindly go and look at social media comments and ask themselves whether the demonstration they did yesterday did them harm or it brought sympathy in the eyes of Ghanaians to give them any political mileage. Second, you see, we must decipher free speech from responsible speech. Free speech comes with what? Some level of responsibility. If my daughter or son to call me the father, I'm stupid, you think I will leave the child to go free? Then I'm an irresponsible father. Then you see a social media TikToker calling the sitting president, say with Jimmy. It's not John Mahama he has insulted, though. The people of Ghana who voted him. John is just an individual, but the respect is given to the seat he occupies.
Now, yesterday happened, they were calling him Johnnie.
And then, when these people are brought to book, we say we are arresting TikTokers. And guess what? Bawumiaba, they arrested. Do you know she has not got a Ghana card? She has not got Ghana card. So how did she even register her SIM card to have a social media this thing to do this? Her luck is that I think medically it's been found she's pregnant. And she will be spared jail. I think this exemplars needs to be said clearly. You see, I heard Afenyo Markins say something that is so troubling, that they will reinstate the former Chief Justice when they come to power. My brother, and others are saying that when the tables turn, are you sure Ghanaians will vote on the altar of MPP coming to power to give vengeance? If that's the only message you have for this, for Ghanaians, I'm afraid the party is in decline. And the truth ought to be said. MPP needs serious rescuing.
All right. Doc, also find out.
Very quick.
Mawuena, and then
do you know Adwa Safo?
Yes.
You know him very well.
A former member of parliament for Dom.
Can you take a look at this picture?
Doc, this picture and the conversation surrounding it, the Speaker of Parliament and told all of Ghanaians that it's dead news. So
no, it's not Adwa Safo.
With all due respect. No, I'm coming.
It's not
with all due respect, I just put it there for a reason. I know Speaker have said what he has said, but I want to tell you, the Parliament House chamber is a sacred place for the elected people. That we are the root and we are the fulcrum, the pivot of our democracy.
Yes.
If that place can be violated, can go under threat, even they send soldiers there to discipline MPs. This woman is never an MP, but he was in chamber because his government was in power. Her government was in power. MPP was in charge of the chamber. Yeah. This woman violated everything and threatened democracy and made them to pass a levy for us to pay what? Let me see. Taxes. Yeah. To make us pay taxes. We are calling people to come and account for the taxes. And you are saying ours is against democracy. But those who impersonated somebody into the chamber to force us to pay taxes, and for them, they are protectors of democracy. Please, MPP, you are spoiling your image. We want a formidable party to beat its hands down. So I think by the time you joke, you see the yellow people, the butterflies will be leading you.
No, but what is going to happen is that we have already taken over that space. The United Party is the party that the end decided to contend with in election 2020. As for the MPP, it's gone. It's gone long ago. Oh, so yesterday, when I saw the numbers, I realized that even the 18% that have been given to them, they are likely to end up at 15%. Because this was a national demonstration.
No, it was not a national.
So Poyano is in Accra. There was one across the country. And they were struggling to even mobilize people. I know for a fact, Asafu, they put buses there for people to join. They said, no, we won't go. We are wising up. People, they have to increase the amount of money they gave to the individuals for them to even come. But recently when Miracles went to Yoko, we thought it was a natural support base. What did we hear after? Not knowing the people were even NDC members who turned themselves all of a sudden to be MPP, and they grabbed. The people grabbed. They grabbed. And so, for me, it is something that gladdens the UP's heart that they are fast-tracking their accession from the Ghanaian politics. And also to crown it, to also mar a sacred day, a solemn day, a day that we were mourning 8 Ghanaian former officials of the state. How would the family of Anala take it that the day that they were mourning their beloved brother, the MPP decided to go on demonstration? How would the wife or the family of Abuaje take it? How would the family of Amwani Buama take it? How would they see you, the family of Mutala? How would Chuma Mpofo's family see the MPP? How would the Nesmensa's family see the MPP? What about Samuel Sapon's family? It means you have shot yourself in the foot. Remember, you could have had an MPP member within the family, but for what you did, which will be played out forcefully in election 2028, it will come back to haunt the new Patriotic Party.
Right. 053-220-0927 is our WhatsApp number. You can send a message to us. Musa Ali Kone from WA says, what do you expect from foot soldiers when those at the top end up recognizing those who can insult best? Do you recall how political Mavis was sent to be praised by Dr. Bawumia? Do you recall how Fanti Comedy got an opportunity to have a handshake with Dr. Bawumia? And the list goes on. People are emboldened largely because of the kind of acknowledgement they get from their leaders. This one from Kwame Fa inside Sampa says, sometimes when I see these politicians behave this way, I just get mad because the theme or title of their demonstration is the opposite of the situation in their time. Today they're able to present a petition at the Jubilee House and not the roundabout at the 37 military hospital. Nobody is arrested or attacked and still say democracy is under attack. Kwame asks. There's another one from Joshua Lanyan. Says as MPP which declared Jubilee House a security zone is now disrespecting Madam Nanaya. NPP in opposition has demonstrated nothing short of hypocrisy, I believe he wants to say. No democracy in Ghana is under attack. We'll go for this break. When we come, we'll switch lanes and talk the IMF's report as well as the memorial which was held yesterday. The question being asked in relation to that is whether or not lessons have been learned 1 year after. Right, and so quick breaks, we return and then get into those matters as well.
Your time is even up. You are still doing breaks in between.
Fratelli Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis. Group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis. Group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis. Group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis. Group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis. Group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis. Group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions. From Accra through Kwao to Kumasi, hundreds of kilometers of rhythm, road and discovery. Hundreds of riders expected, one national journey. This is more than cycling. This is Ghana in motion. 28th and 29th August. To register or participate, call or WhatsApp 0531 100927. Single 200 Ghana cedis. Group of 10 1,600 Ghana cedis. Group of 5 800 Ghana cedis. 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026. Ride the rhythm, discover Ghana. Loading. Are you ready? 3FM Tour to Ghana 2026.
Brought to you by You Fresh Juice for Telly Calipo.
2 days, 3 regions.
The big conversation on 3FM Sunrise.
27 to the top of the hour. We spent a great chunk of the first hour and 30 minutes discussing democracy and attack. We're going to zoom straight into the...
Eric, before you zoom, a small announcement. Myself, together with the Bobakman, Emmanuel Kutin, Apia Dankwa, Usinadoye, and many more, we are going to organize democracy working perfectly in this country demonstration.
We are calling on everybody
who
said that this.
Yes.
That would be a procession.
No, demonstration. No, demonstration could be an affirmation or you are demonstrating that it is working.
And you see the
and
number of people who come out.
We wanted us to move from...
So you want to test the system whether or not democracy is
working or not.
So that demonstration will come. We will announce further details as we proceed.
3FM 92.7.
No. We want to test it really. We want to put numbers on this.
It's a year on, right? A year on since August 6th. Yesterday, an interdenominational service was held. I saw yourself and a host of others there as well. The big question being asked is whether any lessons really have been learned 1 year on. And we had one of the wives speaking and asking that, look, their death should not be in vain, and that the fight against Galamsey must be won in their honor. So I'm going to start with it because our time is we have very short time to discuss this.
So how many minutes do you give to me?
So I'll do 4 minutes,
all right,
so that we can touch
on
this, and then we'll do that. So just start for me, 4 minutes.
All right. So I mean, like Riley said yesterday, we represented as a United Party. We went to the memorial service. It was a solemn occasion. I mean, listening to the ordeal that the families had gone through the last 1 year, you couldn't help it but to commiserate with them. We wish the departed souls the best of luck. We all join them. We are mortals, so definitely.
Absolutely. One day.
Them. On that occasion, I think the message from Mrs. Abuaji stood out.
Okay.
She captured the imagination and the wishes of the people of this country. That why did they die? That is what must agitate all of us, our minds. They were going to inaugurate cooperative mining or so to deal with the issues of what? Galamsey. The question is, have we made progress in that direction? If we are unable to deal with it, then it means they died in vain. Major Muhammad died. We did not see any improvement. These 8 have died. We are still experiencing Galamsey. And then most of all, I am happy I'm here with the medical doctor, that we have a lot of Ghanaians suffering from kidney-related diseases that emanates or flows from Galamsey. So the issue is that as a government, I was very happy. I was standing right by the Deputy Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, who also admitted, I like people who are very candid, that look, we are fighting. We haven't made substantial progress, but the good thing is that there is a political war. We would encourage them to fight, because that is the only way our unborn generation will survive. And that we must not be tired in talking about some of these issues. And that campaigns that are in the equation must be dealt with.
Right.
Fortunately, the country has dealt with the first campaign. I said the last time that Wontumi can peg himself by also snitching on those that he has been doing the business with. So that anytime you bring one, you reduce some from the sentencing. The country can go into such arrangement. Bring one, reduce. Bring one, you will see the magic.
It happens in the US.
You understand? So that we all know that he is not the only campaign in this business. You get my point? And that once we do that, once again, we will be able to make a headway. The president's decision or promise in the early days that any MMDC that your area will be found to be engaging in Galamsey, you will have issues. The president must activate it. So that if you are an MC, if you are the police commander in a district, on what basis must you continue to be at post when Galamsey is happening in your area?
Right.
Once we do that, I think we will make a headway.
Right. So I'll come to you, Doc, as well, on a year on and whether lessons have been learned.
My sympathy goes to the 8 gallant patriots who passed away exactly 1 year
3
yesterday.
3FM
Service to our
92.7.
nation. And I pray that the Almighty God would keep their souls in His bosom. Yeah, 1 year on, I think some work has been done. The government's desire to eliminate Galamsey is still on course. People have been arraigned to go to court. You saw recently when some people tried to misbehave with the military who went to stop them from illegal mining. They shot one of them, their legs, and maimed him. So many people are before court right now. The challenge is really the kingpins who are behind everything.
Right.
We know the reason why many people went to Galamsey is because of the amount they get in a day, and also because there is no really job for them to do. So it will take some time for government and the entire country to eliminate it completely, because we need education, sensitization, and I think the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, what's the name of this? What is this lady is leading? Environmental.
Professor Brown Kluche.
Yes, they are doing a lot of education around. The Minister for Land and Natural Resources has come out with a policy whereby you can come together and form a cooperative, and they will assist you and teach you how to do good mining. Let's all support this. I'll call on Ghanaians. Let's all support this. Let's all support the fight against the Galamsey, because the number of people who are born with defects is increasing. The number of people suffering from renal failure, especially if you go to Komfo-Anokye, is increasing. My own village, my own constituency, Garu, young boys have gone for Galamsey, come back, they go into renal failure because of the water they drink and then the rest. So I think it is not good. Let's all rally behind the government as patriots. Let's see a demonstration against Galamsey. I'll let the government allow it. Let's see some serious demonstration in our villages against traditional leaders who give us land for Galamsey, against DCUs who give us land for Galamsey. Let's see those demonstrations, at least for us to stop Galamsey completely. I am in support of any form that the government would use to stop Galamsey. Even I'll go as far as supporting the one who was a majority deputy Osewutu's shoot and kill. Yeah. I will go for it, shoot and kill. If we do that 2-3 times, I'll tell you it will stop.
In a democracy, I beg to differ.
Now the people are still killing us.
I'll come to you, Mr. Kuti. I'll come to.
When you are done, play me killing me softly.
Yes.
All right. So Mawuena, where my senior brother left, you see, the beauty of democracy is respecting the rights of people. Even suspects remain suspects until proven guilty by courts of competent jurisdiction. So shoot and kill is not something we should even encourage. What I know is that a lot of people have died in the course of duty because of Galamsey, and we are not winning that fight. I'll have this recommendation and an appeal to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. He should set the tone such that any MMDC that is accused of involvement in Galamsey, he triggers the process of removing the person and swift investigations. He himself had admitted that indeed these have eaten into our social fabric, and chiefs and politically exposed persons are involved in this menace. Can you imagine that 1 year on, our president have not been able to replace Dr. Manibuama, Mutale and Co in their respective positions? That should show the personal love and grief he himself feels. So he should not let an occasion like this be about reef laying. It should be about winning the fight against Galamsey at all costs. That's the only way we can serve the memory of these people. Now, if you look at the Codjoe report as a security analyst, it was very succinct. The aircrafts were what? Airworthy. There was no any pilot error. There was no any maintenance error. It was what we call downdraft in a very bad weather against a high terrain. In the 2026 budget, if you glance through it, there's a substantial amount of money voted for the retooling. But in the mid-year budget review, when I went through, I never saw an updated version on that. I know that they have procured 6 helis from Airbus.
No, you don't have to review.
What I know is one of the choppers.
I'll tell you where I'm coming from. I'll tell you where I'm coming from. You see, the recommendations were in 2 folds.
Okay.
Apart from getting the aircraft, and the aircraft are simply the easiest 20%.
Okay.
The hardest 80% is the infrastructure. What was missing that led to the crash. That's why I started by saying that the aircraft was roadworthy, the pilots were properly trained, there were no maintenance issue. It was ill-equipped systems that led to.
I mean the communication systems.
The communication systems. So you see that we have purchased the aircraft. One arrived in February.
But it doesn't come with the
in March. No, you know, it's not all our fleets that are equipped with this modern technology, these 4
advanced warning systems and all of that.
But then they should go for the ones with advanced communication.
So what happens to the old ones? The best thing is to put the infrastructure in place. So if you look at what happened, in fact, the weather was the trigger, and ill equipment was the vulnerability. And like I mentioned yesterday, it's safe to say that it was not an act of God. it was just some form of negligence on our part. So the government should do its best. The government should do its best and try and follow through with those recommendations so that we can have those basic equipment on. Because look, the skies are still what they are, you understand? With the new ones, they could undertake that journey today safely, but the old ones cannot do that. And Mawuena, it brings to a very fundamental point, and my good friend is here. You are a security practitioner. Security is indeed very expensive. Very. You know, we had a debate over a new presidential jet for this country, but political optics will not allow it. You see, when we took our presidential jet for refurbishment, I'll say refurbishment because they strip it. They say it was rusted in some places, and when it came, even the president was even afraid to use it. Are we going to sit down, get another fatality before we vote money to acquire a new presidential jet? So I'm invoking that debate today. You see the loss of these 8 people, even though it's a national loss, the personal loss are the women and the children who have felt the loss of their husbands. So let's put ourselves in their shoes. So the debate of a new presidential jet for this country is unquestionable. And I think it's about time we reactivate it.
Paragraph.
Mawuena, very sad day to go into the history of this country. That we lost these wonderful gentlemen. I have very close relations with 2 of them, Murtala Mohammed. I recall when I came to Ghana in 2018 and began this public advocacy. His party was in opposition, and we used to meet regularly. I mean, on every single week we were meeting, and he was such a big brother, encouraging me and advising me. And may he so rest in peace and rise in glory. And also, Omane Boama was our news president. We all come from the same region, so very, very sad moment. My caution to government and maybe to the entire country is to begin to look at policies where we have protocols which relates to how public officials travel. I got very scandalized when I realized that on one single flight, we had a certain Minister for Defense, a certain Minister for Environment, the Deputy National Security Coordinator, of course, Vice Chair of the party. These are not just mean positions these people occupy. And I think that it's about time maybe the government should bring out some directives on how travels are made so that we can protect lives of public officials. We have lost such fine brains who had worked very hard in opposition and who have come into governance that one would have wished that they were here to continue their work for Ghana. The second is that, of course, Mr. President Mahama told us in December, which is 4 months after the incident, that we should go on Christmas, eat our chicken, and in January he will give us a substantive Minister for Defense. I am quite saddened that up until now, we don't have a substantive Minister for Defense. I would have wished that at yesterday's meeting, maybe a communique would have come from the presidency. Maybe Felix could have written a statement that the president has nominated these
1 year
persons.
after the event.
Of course, I mean, he's delayed already anyway. That these persons have been appointed subject to parliamentary appointment committee vetting to replace Dr. Omane Boama and Murtala Mohammed. Of course, we're speaking about illegal mining. We're speaking about the threats of the environment. And if you don't have a substantive minister for environment, science, and technology, where are we going with this fight? And so for me, these are 2 key things that I would want the government to bring their attention to. One is on protocols, and then 2 is on these substantive replacements. And finally, we need to take our internal intelligence gathering seriously. I think that if we had gathered a lot more intelligence maybe peradventure, this could have been prevented. Okay, you see, Mawuena,
what are you seeking to suggest with that?
No, you see, Mawuena, we cannot, okay, be ignorant of the fact that we are in an oasis of this sub-region with a lot of threats. Okay, every single public official who is in government has a threat that comes for or against them because of the volatility of the sub-region that we find ourselves in. And so if there are means where people can travel by road and it's safe, because you must always gather intelligence. I mean, for me, what happened, I keep thinking about it, and of course, I mean, my big brother has stated that it's a natural incident and all of that, but I think that it's a failure as well, okay, on our level of gathering of intelligence in this country, and we must take that seriously. So I give the government 3 proposals. The first is that the government should come out with very clear laid out guidelines on travels in terms of ranking and how they travel in groups. The second would be that the president should help us with substantive replacement for the various persons that have died. And then the third should be for us to be able to ensure that we have enough robust intelligence around the system. But let me also quickly commend the government for the fund that they have set in place for the children trust fund, 1 million each, which is commendable, and also the 3 million health insurance that they have given.
Right. We're going to just 1 minute each on the gold for reserve program and the losses by the IMF. It's part of the topic, so I have to have us touch on it. Paragraph, start from me, 1 minute each, and then we make progress.
Well, I'm concerned about where Gold Board is having their gold from. I think that we need to be asking that question. We are talking about illegal mining, and I mean, Mawuena, the truth is that illegal mining really means that people are mining illegally. Can there be a system where we regulate these small-scale miners and gradually move them from a state of not having the requisite documents, okay, to mine, to a stage where they have the requisite documents to mine and to mine responsibly? Okay, because Gold Board is receiving gold. Now, look at the data that is available in relation to the number of legal miners vis-a-vis the number of illegal miners. And let's ask the critical question, where's Gold Board having their money and gold from?
Right. Doc, since he's brought the microphone to you, I'm sure you also have a minute.
I would say let's not mind IMF.
Let's not mind IMF?
Let's not mind them.
Why is that? Because we went to them for a facility.
They keep hitting our heads together, all political parties. And I'll give you simple analysis. The Bank of Ghana is to ensure that our cedi is stable, pricing is stable in Ghana.
But it must be done
with balance. That's the work of the Bank of Ghana. Then they have gotten a corporate body, to ensure that it uses gold to stabilize the cedi and stabilize the price in the market. When they were leaving power, MPP was leaving power, the country owed a total of 726 billion. External debt that we have to use cedis to pay was 416 billion. If you multiply that one by the exchange rate at that time, it's 14 cedis, 7 pesos. It will give us that is what will give us the total amount of money we need to pay a debt, an external debt of 28 billion, 416 billion. But when the maneuvers were done through Gold Board and then stabilizing the cedi, improving the economy, the cedi came down to 12. And now Ghana would need only 339 billion to pay the same debt of $28 billion.
But that program has cost us 17 billion cedis.
Let me come. Yes. So if you differentiate what we would have used to pay if the cedi was at 14 and now the cedi is at 12, is 77 billion. And Gold Board trade and Bank of Ghana transactions made us to lose 22 billion. We've made a profit of 55 billion. And our cedi is stable. What was the purpose of the gold for reserve and gold for oil? To stabilize the cedi and make fuel cheap. Was fuel cheap? Fuel was never cheap. Was the cedi stable? It was going up. Gold Board has come under Bank of Ghana. Even though gold for oil and gold for reserve gave us losses of almost 5 billion. This one has given us a loss of 22 billion, but has saved the country 77 billion in paying foreign debt. Which one is better? My friend, don't mind IMF. But they always like creating confusion in our system. I don't trust IMF. Our economists here are doing very well. Bank of Ghana is doing well. Sami Jelfi is doing well. What surprises me is the position of this man, Kofi Bentil. That stability has so many drivers to discredit Sami Jelfi. The drivers must operate well. If they don't operate well, it won't work. That's why Sami Jelfi is operating well, and it's working. It has brought the city stable. It has made our foreign debt to be paid with less money. Right. We are going to pay less 77 billion Ghana cedis to pay the same 28 billion. If you do this analysis, you see, we have to look at the collective benefit of the whole thing. Let's not look at one side. It's true. Right. Bank of Ghana lost 22 billion, but Ghana has gained 77 billion. The city is stable. Fuel price is better than before. Which is which? Right. Which one do you want?
Doc,
I have to go to hell.
Mr. Kuti, I'll come to you, and then Solo will have the last word on this matter. So
in fact, Mawuena, the IMF, I am finding it difficult to understand.
You also agree with Dr.
Because
Naba
just some few months ago, when the issue came out, they came out with a communication there were no any losses.
No, they reported there was a $214 million loss, which now
we must investigate IMF activities around the African countries.
Exactly.
They always feel that they can influence policy externally and drive changes
but
the
government go to them.
But let me ask you, the government, after taking over from the MPP, they were in the IMF program, right? They are almost getting out of the IMF program. Is that not the case?
But we have not left. We are asking them for policy credibility with PCI.
But look, let me ask you. Look at the US and the petrodollar. Even last week, US paid how much? $100 billion in this tariff distance to some multinational companies. Remove the petrodollar and trade in our own cities and see what happened to the US economy. They should give us a break.
Right. Fairness.
I am happy that people are beginning to understand the word. When we started seeing this...
let me end this. Look, Mawuena, what is the duty of the Bank of Ghana?
That's what he said.
Look,
that's what
if
Dr.
Bank of Ghana will incur losses to drive productivity, that is their core mandate. Yes. And when there's productivity, that is when you create more jobs. And by extension, more taxes will be accrued. And you make more profit at the end. So what are they talking about? They are behaving like the traditional banks when they see that you are getting out of their fold and they cannot benefit from you. They want to bite you into submission to come back to them.
Right.
The IMF, the World Bank, and all the rating agencies, they are corrupt. Highly corrupt. I'm take it from me. But you see, our people, they always want to play to the gallery. When they sit with these Caucasians and they are rattling and they say, these people, we have been in classrooms with them. They have no clue. Things that they will not do in India. They come and tell. Always, when you read their report, all their reports, revenue mobilization. Yeah, mobilizing from where? When was the last time IMF came here and said, we are giving you money, let's even invest it
But in fairness, this report they've issued, they are raising potential risks to the Ghanaian economy, that we are over-dependent on gold exports.
Mawuena, there is something called cost of sales. Every business you do, there is a cost aspect of it. That is what they have criminally christened it as loss, so that you will run away from a policy that is stabilizing your currency. I'm telling you, if African countries are able to stabilize the economy, IMF will be useless, and by extension, the Bretton Woods institutions will be useless. You know, we have been talking about Standard & Poor, what the other Moody's and Co. They are the tools that they use to suppress Africa. During COVID, people didn't observe. Singapore's economy had recorded a debt to GDP of 104%. Ghana was around 96, yet Ghana was classified as a junk, allowing Singapore to have access to cheap capital, cheap credit. And so we must not,
You said think global, act local.
Right.
As you are thinking globally, act locally to save yourself. When we are eating fufu, we don't eat it with IMF. They should go away. Me, if I become the president of this country, IMF, like they will run 2 weeks. You have been entertaining them. Last time, World Bank brought us money to be using to drain. They say World Bank supervise the disbursement. More than 130 million have been given out. They said 22 million went into training, and you support them.
Yes. Right.
We should not entertain them. Don't mind them. These people
training to come and drink.
IMF.
Right.
They should let it give us a break.
Thank you. Thank you.
See how it is.
Thank you.
The people are struggling, say let's go and increase fuel.
Thank you, gentlemen. So those have been these are my guests. As always, this is how it is on a Friday. If you join us here on the 3FM Sunrise.